New Year's Eve, last day of 2024, allegedly. Campaigning live, New Year's Eve, 2024, at least on the East Coast. Two more hours on the East Coast. So we getting right to it. Thanking God, of course, for getting us this far, the Most High, whoever you believe in. Blessings, gratitude, and condolences and comfort and blessings for those who didn't make it this far, who have loved ones that didn't make it this far. Of course, blessings and pain and campaigning and love goes out to our loved ones that didn't make it this far. Peace. Nate the Greatest, Wrench Mob, New Year's Eve, Wrench Mobbing in the building, Invent. Happy New Year's. And we don't really say that, especially like in the nation, we say peace. May God grant you peace and health and security and safety for the new year, because it ain't all happy. It's not all happy. You know what I'm saying? So we got to respect reality. Reality is it's not all happy, but the reality is that we can try to make peace with it and try to be at peace with each other. So that's what we wishing and willing and promoting is peace. Peace and gratitude and thanks for the new year. And that's where we at. Salute. Invent, Khalif, BL Senior, salute. Peace to you and the fan. Cuts by KD. Peace to all y'all and y'all families, y'all loved ones. We pushing health for the new year. You know what I'm saying? Health right now. We ain't waiting till the new year. Because technically, realistically, according to the laws of nature, New Year is not until spring. But according to this, this cave people, their New Year starts in winter. Nothing new starts in the winter. New life, newness starts in spring. So this is still the end of the past year. New Year don't start to the spring, but just to go along with whatever, we acknowledge this so-called New Year. So we'll go along with their little playbook for this. But we just here, like I said, from Christmas, the whole month of December. I've been just trying to be here as a brother and provide companionship and company and content for those of us that's doing what we're doing, going through what we're going through, painting, struggling, dealing with our trials and tribulations and problems, trying to help solve them. So that's what Brother Cam is about. Salute Adrian, Big Adrian, Wrench Mob. Salute, Walaikum Salam. Just companionship, because like I said, this is tis the season. This winter, cold, dark, a lot of anxiety and depression, a lot of mental, emotional challenges that we all be dealing with. So this is what we here for. This is what we trying to keep each other strong. And that's what Brother Cam is about. Campaign. That's what campaign means. The pain that we going through. But no pain, no gain. So we here to get through it so we can get to it. Knowledge. Walaikum salam. Happy Savior's Day to you and your family as well. Peace to you. See Allah. Peace to the God. Mossberg rocking that rebirth today. Yeah, that's what's up. Salute. May Allah be pleased with my young brethren. Mossberg, a real one. We just keeping each other company, man, to the countdown or wind down. Everybody else is not everybody. It'd be so much capping and fake celebrating because what is there really to celebrate? Every day is a celebration. Every day is Christmas. Every day is your birthday. Every day is New Year's if you wake up. So every day is supposed to be that celebration. Every day is Mother's Day. Every day is Father's Day. So we don't play the event. We're not event Muslims or event Christians. Every day is supposed to be a celebration of life, celebration of gratitude, Thanksgiving, every day. So that's what we own. Dave, Big Dave, salute. Compton in the house. But, you know, companionship, this was social media. That's why they knew it would work, because it's not just media, but it's social. It's live. It's social interactions. We're keeping each other company. So many of us are dealing with, like I said, loneliness, dealing with loss, dealing with pains and trials and tribulations, mentally and emotionally and physically. That shit. Sometimes we just need quality companion, quality ear, or you know, somebody that you can bounce ideas off of. A ear that they might not even be there to talk. I don't even want you to say that. I just want to know that you're there. I don't even want you to say that. I just need to know that somebody is there, and I can anchor, I can ground myself to, just in case I need to. So, Brother Cam, I'm that for y'all. Use me as much as you possibly can. You will not offend me. I will not let you misuse me. I will not let you abuse me. So don't worry about that. But definitely use me as a real life anchor, a real life companion, real life brother, real life friend. You know what I mean? Because that whole day one business, that's out the window. That don't mean nothing. Your day ones is your the biggest enemies or the biggest betrayers, your biggest Judases right now, whether they're in your family, whether they came out your own loins, whether you lay down in the same bed with them, or whether you came out of their womb or they loins. Day one business don't mean nothing now. All that, yeah, we was friends since we was 4 years old. This is my best friend. All that means nothing. As you're going to see in this end of grace year that we coming into, that means nothing. That is what lowers your guard down. You know, it's no such thing as betrayal unless it's somebody that you're familiar with, that you trust. That is a day one. Other than that, you can't be betrayed by a stranger. You cannot be betrayed by somebody you don't know and you don't love. I hope y'all hearing me. I hope y'all hearing me. It don't mean that, you know, day ones ain't valuable if they solid. But we here to make friends, new acquaintances, new relationships. Or everybody talking about, I ain't looking for no new friends. Well, you may as well go on and check out, because we here to continuously become new and do new things and meet new people and become new our own self. So I'm definitely always looking for new friends, new brothers, new sisters, new business people, you know what I'm saying? New allies. So if y'all ain't, then sorry for y'all. Too bad for y'all. But I'm saying all that to say, you know, like the Bible, if you into that, Jesus or somebody said, Jesus, your mother and your brothers is outside and, you know, they want to talk to you or something like that. And Jesus was like, huh? Who is my mother? Who is my brother? Nah, my mother and my brother is in here in the temple with me, involved in what I'm involved in. So at a certain point, once you become a man or an adult, you can say, that's my kinfolk. They're kin to me. They're blood related to me, but you ain't necessarily my family. Matter of fact, you could be my biggest op. You can be my biggest stress because we are blood related. And you trying to obligate me, or you trying to, you know, tie my heartstrings of my sentimental childhood love and value and experiences that we shared together. You trying to use that to pull me down into some hell BS with you. Nope. You got to grow up. We all got to grow up. So that's the pain that I suffered. That's the pain that we all suffer, the pain of growing up. No pain, no gain, no growth. There is no growth without pain. So growth means growing apart or outgrowing, you know, your former environment or the former people. You know what I mean? I used to live in my mother's womb in an amniotic sac with amniotic fluid. I used to, you know, nurse off the milk of my mother's chest or breast. But now my mother is not here no more. You know, may Allah be pleased. My mother has returned to the essence of where she came from, but she used to do the same thing. She used to live in her mother's womb and for 9 months and do all of that. We don't stay the same. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Whoever we started out with, that ain't who we end up with. That's not the reality of life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that they're enemies. I'm just saying our misunderstanding of life is our enemy. Our ignorance, our denial of growing and accepting reality, that's our biggest enemy. Our refusal, our denial to accept reality and to take accountability for the laws of reality. That is our biggest enemy. The quicker that we can embrace reality, as painful as it might be, the quicker that we become victorious and we graduate to that next level of life. And we enjoy the next level of life because we passed the reality test. The reality test. I don't care how you feel and what you want and what you desire, what you think you deserve. No, it's about what is. Are we accepting what is? And then are we doing what must be done based on what is? That's the reality. Love it, leave it, hate it. That's what it is. So my quality, my value is to be somebody that lives that, walking it like I talk it, and then trying to share it the best way I can that I know you can understand it. It don't mean you're gonna agree. It don't mean you're gonna believe me or agree. It just means that you understand what I'm saying, and you got to deal with that later. You got to deal with what I'm saying based on however you deal with it. But it's not untrue. It's absolute facts. But most of us don't like facts or truths because it hurts too much. And we think anything that hurts us, that's painful, is wrong or evil. And that's couldn't be farther from the truth, because no pain, no gain, right? No pain, no growth. Whoever taught us that if it causes you pain, it's not no good for you, God is not involved, they lied to you, they deceived you. They enabled your weaknesses. They enabled you. They spoiled you, meaning they ruined you, or you let them ruin you because you just accepted something that sounded sweet and good to your ears because it sounded good to you. It was totally false and bad for you, but it sounded great to you, and you accepted that instead of the truth. So you wound up hurting yourself worse than the truth would have hurt you. We wind up hurting ourselves by accepting what sounds good and agrees with what we want. We hurt ourselves more by accepting that than we would have hurt ourselves by just accepting the truth. We wasted more life, wasted more time. It's a terrible thing to waste money and waste, energy and this and that. But when you waste time, you waste your lifetime, that's a real waste. Wasted lifetime is something that you cannot get back. Time, right? And then quality. What was we chasing? What did we think we was chasing in this life that was more valuable than people, than quality relationships with people? If you knew you was sick, or we was sick, or we was traumatized, or we was abused and we got trauma and demons, there's nothing better. There's no, drinking and smoking and partying and traveling and just trying to keep your mind off of it. That is a waste. No, if you know you sick, even physically, you don't ignore it. You spend all your power and your resources and relationships trying to hurry up and cure that ailment. And then you can enjoy the whole rest of your time and life and energy and relationships doing, things closer to what you want to do and what you like to do. But You know, we have adopted the poisonous self-sabotage mantra of laugh now, cry later. Laugh now, cry later. How many of us got that little tattoo or have somebody little tattoo? Laugh now, cry later. Guess what? It's later. It's later now. We have entered into the later season. Grace is up. Laugh now, cry later. Yeah, you was able to laugh and party in your youth and be at your prime and clowning and hurting them in the clubs or hurting these niggas or hurting these females. Guess what? Guess what time it is? It's later now. Now is the later time where you got to cry because you chose to laugh first. You chose to play and didn't do the chores. You chose to eat your dessert and not the vegetables or the vitamins or whatever. Guess what time it is? Guess what time it is? So that's what we here for. We here to recognizing that it is later, recognizing that grace is up. All the grace that we used to think, you know, whenever we did some dirt or we did something wrong, that we could get away with it and sweep it under the rug and keep it in the dark. None of that's staying in the dark no more. Everything we knew that we did and that we still doing, the grace is over with. We will see, you know what I'm saying, as each day go by now, any dirt that we didn't clean up or any dirt that we try to do right now, immediately consequences. Immediate consequences. The reason why we so bold right now, because we've been living under grace all our life and we didn't see the immediate consequences. So some of us don't even associate the hell or the problems or the diseases or the failures that we dealing with the dirt that we did. We think it's two different things because it might be two different subjects. Like you might have violated, you know, this female, but now you got this particular, you know, stress or ailment or something like that. You think that's not connected. It's absolutely connected. Everything is connected. So now we're going to see the connection is going to be so close and so immediate that we're going to know it's specifically because of this and specifically because of that. So my job is just to put it out there, you know what I'm saying, for you to understand it. If I'm just a false preacher, false prophet dude, then you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if and when you see this being verified, as soon as you try the next little dirt thing that you do, as soon as you lie to your dude tonight, or you lie to your baby mama or the homegirl that you dealing with tonight is New Year's Eve, y'all finna go do some lying or y'all finna go do some dirt, finna go poison yourself, you're gonna do something. You're going to immediately see the consequences from it. Immediate. So I'm just warning you, this last warning, grace is over as we come into this 2025 mathematics. It's immediately retaliation by the laws of justice. The laws of universal laws of justice, immediate. But those of us that's willing to change and clean up our act, then you're going to get immediate blessings. So grace don't mean it's no grace. Grace means if you know you effing up, you know you got dirt, the grace for that is up. But if you busy cleaning up your act and cleaning up your life, then you opening a whole new door of a whole next level of grace. Some even stronger grace than the previous grace. But that only gets activated by actively and consciously cleaning up your life and cleaning up your dirt. That only gets activated by cleaning up your dirt. So if I know I did this and I got to go clean it up. I know I violated the female. I know I violated my children or something. I have to go actually clean it up. Not just clean myself up and act like I don't owe them nothing. No, we gotta go atone. That opens up a whole next level of bomb grace. because you're doing something. You're active in cleaning up what you acknowledge that you messed up. So now you're blessed, super blessed, because everybody else don't believe that exists. They don't believe that grace is up. They think they can get away with everything they've been getting away with, and they're gonna go big. They're gonna even go bigger with the effery and with the finessing and the lying and the scamming on each other, and they're gonna get destroyed. And you gonna be super blessed because you saw better than that, and you start going the opposite direction, trying to clean up while they continue to mess up. So your grace is gonna look and feel and be 10 times more than the grace that you was getting away with. And it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. You're gonna be like, God damn, if not for the grace of God. Talking about the new grace, the New Testament grace, when his grace is all the way up. That's expired. Now, any grace that we earn now is grace for your ass. If not for that new grace, I would be getting my ass destroyed right along with them that thought they was getting away, thought they was finessing God and finessing the laws of universal justice, thought they was finessing the angels, thought they can keep on beating, getting over and violating God's people. Oh no, you got to pay for all that right now. This is the pay for that season. This is the reaper season. This is the harvest season. It's going to get terrible, terrible, terrible. You thought these past 3 or 4 years with this pandemic, you thought that was bad. That was nothing. That was just the beginning of sorrows, like the Bible say. So I'm just letting y'all know that we suffering also. We suffering for the righteousness' sake, but our pain and our suffering, our struggle is rewarded. But the pain and the suffering and the struggle for people that's been doing their dirt and thinking they can keep on doing their dirt, that's not going to be, it's going to be rewarded, all right, but it's going to be rewarded with cursings and chastisement in hell on earth. Hell is not after you die. Hell is right here where you going to catch it at. So is heaven. So as some people is going through hell, they might be standing right next to you, but they mentally in agony, mental, emotional agony, or physical agony. You standing right next to them and you in bliss. You at peace. You healthy, happy, grateful, got family, and y'all standing right next to each other. One of y'all is in hell and the other one is in heaven. That's the reality of how this thing go. Ain't no under the ground hot lava devil with a pitchfork or some place in space that's supposed to be heaven. We already in space. The earth is in space. The earth is a heaven. It's the heaven. So I just want y'all to know that your suffering ain't in vain. You can get a return on your pain suffering. If you turn from, if we turning from our dirt and our wicked ways and cleaning it up, then you actually get a reward. You get a prodigal son and prodigal daughter crown and a robe from God or from the Most High or from the forces of universal justice. They're going to reward you. They're going to reward you. You get stripes for coming back to righteousness after doing dirt, after living a life of dirt. You get stripes. Don't y'all want the stripes? You suffered anyway. Well, you may as well get a righteous return on your investment because you invested, all right. Like it or not, you invested. You invested in some stocks. You know what I'm saying? Why not get a righteous, blessed reward instead of a curse, damnation type hell reward? You getting a reward, like it or not. Everything we do, we gonna get a reward. Why not? So I'm saying we done already been through this much pain. Why not get the righteous reward? Why not get that blessed diamond, you know what I'm saying? Righteous like diamond. You know what I'm saying? The value of being a diamond. Elmatic, Wrench Mob, thank you, El, for the Cash App. Man, I got the Cash App. The last of the keeping the lights on at Hotel 7 for 2024. Elmatic, thank you with that light bill for Hotel 7. Thank you, Elmatic. But every day is Happy New Year. Every day is happy birthday. Every day is happy anniversary. Every day is Merry Christmas. Every day is happy Ramadan. Every day. Every day is the last day of your life and the first day of your life. Because nobody that passes away thought or thinks that this is the last time I'm gonna brush my teeth. This is the last time I'm gonna blow my nose. This is the last time, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna brush my hair, or this last. We don't, none of us know that, but it's always the last time. This is the last time, and we never know it. So we don't be like, my New Year's resolution is this. No such thing. That's pure BS. No, your new day resolution. Your new day resolution. God bless you to wake up. That's your resolution right there. No, I'm gonna start tomorrow. Oh, really? You got that in writing? You got a promise that there's going to be a tomorrow for you? Oh no. Anytime you hear me say something, I'll say God willing. God willing. Because this could every day could always be my last day. This is my last day. Man, we just seen him on live, man, just a few hours ago. That's how that go. I don't know if this is my last time talking to y'all, so I don't like wasting your energy, wasting your brain, wasting my words. Nah, I want to give it all. I want to give the maximum content, the maximum value that I can give based on, you know, what I understand on my little grade level. Because it's a blessing to be here to share this lifetime with y'all. I get to breathe the same air and suffer the same trials and stresses and problems and losses of, you know, at the same time that y'all do. That's a blessing to me. I don't know how y'all look at life and how y'all look at each other, but when I see y'all, I see God. I don't, you know, my God ain't no spook, ghost, mystery, spirit, energy, force, whatever. My God is y'all. My God is in the person of y'all. Bro C, thank you, C. Got your Cash App. Thank you, bro C. Motel 7, keeping the lights on. So if you thought you knew Jesus, like if you believed in Jesus or Abraham, Moses, whoever you believe in, or Mayat, you know, whoever that's the greatest human manifestation of God ever in the history, if you was sharing the same time living on this earth with them, and you could actually talk to them or hear from them on some device like this, you would know your own value. Like I know how valuable I am because I know how valuable y'all are. I know who y'all are in prophecy. I know that y'all the fulfillment of prophecy, even if you don't know it. And then once you learn who you are, and then you learn who your brothers and sisters are, like myself, then you're gonna agree. Like, damn, I didn't have no money, I didn't have no fame, but I had these God, you know, the people of God. You know what I'm saying? I had a relationship, a bond, an influence, you know, a connection with their minds and with their will. So, you know, that's what I'm on. Ain't no amount of money and fame of this devil and this devil's world can do for me what God already did for us by giving us each other to share these trials and tribulations at the same time. So it's a blessing for me to be able to struggle and be in pain with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'll be miserable if I just know y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm the only, it feel like it'd be feeling like I'm the only one, I'm alone, but I know I ain't. When I was younger, I was sure that I was alone and it was all bad and it was hell and all that, but I stayed alive. I didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to live to see the difference. Thank you, Monique. Thank you, Monique. That God woman energy helping keep the lights on over here. Hotel 7, so-called New Year's Eve. But this is for y'all, and you know, I thought I was alone. I thought I was cursed. I mean, I was. We all are cursed by the devil. You know, we are blessed by the gods, but we're cursed by the devil because this is the devil's world and we their natural enemy. So yeah, we're cursed when we being righteous, when we being our natural righteous self. We're cursed, we're attacked, we're poisoned. You know what I'm saying? We're wounded, we're traumatized by these devils, by this devil's world, even if it's at the hands of some of our own people. But it still ultimately comes from the influence of our enemy, which is the devils in flesh and in blood, not no spirit, ghost, spook, mystery business. So it's just, you know, you be seeing like them old military movies, honor to serve with you, sir. It's my honor to serve, to suffer, to be at war on the same team as y'all that's suffering with me. That's going against this same enemy, that's being attacked by this same enemy, that's being used, that's using our own people to attack us. They're using our own family members to attack us. They're using our own spouses. They're using our own, you know, business partners. They're using our own doctors or whoever. They're using people that's supposed to be black, supposed to be your own people to do it. So I just want to let y'all know that y'all not alone. I see my on the spot, on the on the ground correspondent, Madan Kmet. You know what I'm saying? Salute champs, Vision, Triple OG, White Loke. You know what I'm saying? We here, we just talking. We just keeping each other company, bringing in the new year, or what they say is the new year. My God sis, Nafisa, got the God sisters, you know, the women gods in the building, balancing out this energy, balancing out these frequencies. It's a blessing, man. And ain't no better generation ever been produced. As traumatized as we are the best generation ever produced. And the ones that's under us, you know, the youth is better than us because they even more products of our trauma and the current trauma, but we still alive. So we are the generation also along with them. Don't look at your suffering as a curse. Look at your suffering as stars and bars and stripes, as stock, you know, stock options. You got, you know, y'all got some stock that's skyrocketing, don't even have no stop loss limit. It's skyrocketing. Just don't sell it. Don't sell it. Don't sell your stock because it hurts. Don't sell your stock that of what you suffered and what you struggling with and the losses that you taken and disappointment, the sickness, the illness, you know what I'm saying? Don't sell it. Don't sell out because of that. Hold that stock. Get you a return, that righteous return on your investment. Don't go left. Don't go left. Kingdom United. I think that's Tone. Peace to you. Yeah. So yeah, man. December 31st. Boy, how time flies, huh? And it's not when you're having fun, because we ain't having no fun. It's just the end of the world. As the world comes to a close, and when I say the world, I don't mean the earth. The earth ain't going nowhere. But this devil's world that we've been born in and shaped in the sin of for the last 6,000 years, that's what's coming to an end. That's why you feel such anxiety and pressure and depression and dissatisfaction and anger and rage, because that is what's in the atmosphere. It's war time. It's time for war. It's just we don't know who we supposed to be fighting. It's fight time. It's war time. But the people of God, the army of God, just don't know who we supposed to be fighting. We think we supposed to be fighting each other. And in some cases, we are. Some cases, that's the first people we supposed to fight is, those in the house. Judgment starts or begins at the house of God, of those who claim to be one of you, who you are, and representing what you represent. That's actually where judgment starts. So you clean up the house first, and then we go get on that outside battlefield. So that's what this is about. Y'all not, letting y'all know y'all not alone. Because if you're a Christian, Jesus says, think not, or suppose ye that I came to bring peace or to send peace on earth. Even though we say that, peace among the righteous, but on earth, to the earth, Jesus said, no, I didn't come to send or bring peace to the earth. Who told you that? That's in your Bible in 2 different places. Your Jesus says, suppose ye not, do not suppose, do not think that I came to send peace to the earth, on earth. No, I came to send peace to my small little followers that's gonna follow me. But the earth, no. I came to bring a sword, and I came to bring division. Thank you, Ahmad. Thank you, Ahmad. Wrench Mob Ahmad, Jabril. But Jesus said, I came to bring division. Division. To where the father is against the son, and the son is against the father, and the daughter is against the mother, and the mother against the daughter, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law, those of a man's own household. In your house, clean up the house. They of a man's own household will be his worst enemy. Damn, Jesus, I thought you loved everybody. Thought you wanted everybody. No, he said, don't think I came to bring peace. How do y'all explain that, man? Especially my Christians. I want to get with my black Christians, white Christians, Chief, Dub, or whoever that was on here last couple of days. Let's talk about that. There's the StreamYard link. That's a good thing to kick off for the so-called New Year. Suppose ye not that I came to bring peace. Damn. I came to bring division. And then he details what kind of division that he's coming to bring. I came to separate the household. I came to have your household in disarray. Have the people of your household, your own family at odds, at variance with each other. How you explain that, Christians? Honor Row. Salute, Honor Row. I need to get you a wrench too, Honor Row. How do y'all explain that? There's the StreamYard link. You said Jesus is about peace, right? Why he say that he about division? He said he ain't coming to bring no peace to the earth. Why you say that he died for all of our sins and we ain't got to worry about it. We can be at peace as long as we believe in him. He said, I ain't come to bring no peace. I came to bring a sword. A sword is an instrument of violence and death. Said for warfare. Why he say he came to bring a sword? Christians, can anybody tap in with me and help me understand why your Lord, your agape love, unconditional love, Jesus that loves everybody, is talking about a sword and division in people's own household? Not the stranger infidels outside, but your own household. Your own household. You don't get no more closer than that. You don't get no more intimate than that. So that's why I have justification for saying the things that I say the way that I say it. And I know that you're suffering because if you even listening to me at all, you are one of those people of that household that probably is siding with the real understanding and common sense, critical thinking side that Jesus is talking about, and your religious hypnotized people or your emotional hypnotized family and friends and loved ones in your own household is against you now, because God came to, or Jesus, I should say, Jesus came to set the people of the household in variance or at odds, as enemies against each other, based on him, based on the reality of what he represents. So what do Jesus represent? He represent ghosts and spirits and shit you can't prove. What is God talking about? What did he get crucified for? He didn't say I got crucified because I claim to be a son of a spirit. No, he said I'm the son of God, the living God, and I called out to the God that I believe in, and his name was Elijah. And they said, okay, well, let's see where Elijah comes save him off this cross. It's right there in the book. And then they, of course, they won't show up. Or if they do, they're going to be insane with, their own interpretation. I'm literally reading what's in the book. I ain't even put my interpretation on it. I don't even put my interpretation on it. I just read what's in the book, watch them lie on it or deny it, or put their own interpretation to it. They don't say nothing like that. But that's the pain that we deal with. That's the betrayal. You know what I'm saying? That's the Judas people that betray truth and reality in your own household. They betray truth. They betray reality. They betray knowledge. They betray receipts. They betray your good history or your good track record of looking out for them. They betray that because they emotions or they desires. They want something that they not getting their way. And they think God and you is supposed to conform to their way instead of the opposite. No, ninja, you are supposed to conform to God's way. And therein is the conflict, and therein is the choice. And that's where we're at right now. Madon.
Salute, Cam. What's happening?
What's happening? You know where we going. You know what we about to do.
Hey, yo, man. Yeah, man. Hey, today was a good day. I ain't trying to quote your boy, but it was,
Yeah.
hey, because I listened to the playback today, and my brother was riding with me, and we was rolling, man. Doug had us laughing, man. Doug funny. He fit the description. Doug funny, man.
Yeah, man. But we need that. We need to know, the mentality and the people that influence us, and what people is really thinking deep down in their core, and how they really feeling, and what they would actually say if they think that they can get away with it.
Yeah, that's so true, man. That's so true. But yeah, man, like I said, it's a blessing to be on top of the ground and still be around and to be
Yeah.
able to, soak up this game and this knowledge, man. It's a great time.
Yeah, it's the best time to ever be alive. This is the time all of the prophets, all the messengers, all the oracles, all the seers wish that they could be alive to participate in it. They was blessed to even be able to envision it thousands of years ago. So they was considered immortal and blessed just to get inklings and visions of us. And we're the actual characters that they envision. We're the actual fulfillment of their prophecies, and we don't even know it, and we don't even value ourselves.
Yeah, that's so true, man. We think we just existing. A lot of people think we just existing and, this is it, you know.
Man. Well, man, I'm open to them Madon commit questions, man. That's what gets uh the Chiefs and the Dugs or the Dubs, biting at these bait. So, I'm open for any questions or any subjects that you might have on your mind earlier today. Elmatic, salute L. I'm gonna put this StreamYard link up. because we want to get to it. We want to bring this so-called New Year in with a bang. I don't know. Maybe I'll stay on here until so-called 12. We'll see. It's up to y'all. If y'all ain't got nothing else to do and y'all just want to stay safe and inside, then I'll stay on with y'all all the way into 12. If not, you know what I'm saying? We'll see by the numbers. It's all good.
Yeah, already, man. I'm up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out. I can't be in the mix. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. That's the closest thing down here to a war zone is New Year's Eve, especially in LA or in these, inner cities. We used to, that's the time when you knew you could slide and get away with it. But now you can't because there's so many cameras everywhere. So
yeah, most definitely, man. And especially when, it's a lot of people got a lot of hate in their heart, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like gotta be careful and hey, that's why I'm at the crib.
All right. Richard Williams say, what you think about new Ice Cube? What's new Ice Cube? You gotta be more specific than that, Rich. What do you mean? Feces, I got hubby in a food coma. He got the itis. Got hubby. He down for the count. He down for the evening. I heard that. Champs Vision, sunset, new day. Yeah. Every day is New Year's. Every day is birthday. Every day is Christmas. Every day is Mother's Day. Every day is every holiday that we supposed to celebrate. We're supposed to celebrate like that every day that you're blessed to wake up. Every day.
Yeah, that's so real, man. Cause you know what? That's what you got me going. Now, this is what trips me out. Like, you know how the scriptures say, rejoice, like you said, basically what you're saying, let's rejoice and for the day the Lord has made. Like every day you're supposed to rejoice. But you'll have people that practice horoscopes and be like, well, your day is Tuesday. That's the best day for you, or you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So it's like that trap, man. I see a lot of people trapped in that, man. And I've dated women that's been trapped in that, and they go by like it's like they showing they got proof. They act like they got proof, man.
Well, that's called sorcery and witchcraft. All that old zodiac stuff. Our women be heavy on that zodiac stuff. They love to believe in anything that sounds good that fits their desires. But the man is supposed to be who you submit to, not some zodiac sign. So if you're willing to submit to your boss or to your employer or to the trainer or to zodiac or to everything else except who you was made to submit to, which is a man, if you're talking about Madan, you dealt with females like that. Yeah, the female's nature is to be guided by their man. Not all men, but their man is supposed to be their guide, their leader, their teacher, their trainer. All the stuff that you love to say when the white man or the executive corporate dude, yeah, he's training me. I'm in training. All the stuff you proud of. You think it is blasphemy when your black man, who is your natural trainer and head and leader, when he tell you that. So that's why, they got to submit. Islam is submission, meaning you have to recognize a female has to recognize your nature, your role, and your value and willingly submit. Otherwise, it'll never be successful.
Yeah, that's real, man. So is there any, I don't believe in it, but just for those that do believe in a lot of that stuff. So you know how they be like, well, in this month, your moon was in Sagittarius and something was in Venus or some old weird stuff. You know what I'm saying? What can you just break that down for the people?
There's truth to the seasons or what distance you are from the sun, and whatever month you was born in, whatever, but it's 8 billion people on the planet. If that was right, then all 8 billion people on the planet would be perfectly successful and in line. All these people claim to believe in zodiacs. Is 8 billion people on the planet. If that shit really worked, then at least half of us would be successful, or the people that believe in that would be successful. Like, what are you spending your time on that for? And you're not successful. You're not healthy. You're not doing better than nobody else on the planet. It's just a waste of time. It's just something to reject real discipline. You're rejecting real discipline. Like you spend time studying and memorizing that shit, and you still going to, you know, to the doctor, or you still fat, overweight, you still ain't got no man, you still broke. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just a waste of time. Let me address this real quick. Dave Latif, I got a question, Cam. My beloved brothers and sisters, and my brothers and sisters, 2025, I'm wanting to get closer to the NOI. Cam, what do I need to do? My brother, you already NOI, but if you're talking about closer to NOI information, then tune in and NOI.org. Just put that in your bookmark on your computer or your phone, NOI.org, and just stay up to date with the national, you know, weekly national messages every Sunday. And then, you know, going to click on the other little options and just study, you know what I'm saying? Just study whatever you're interested in. Because whatever you're interested in, you can find it in the nation, and that'll be the, you know, inspiration for you to, you know, get deeper into it. Because you're going to, whatever you like to do, whatever you love to do, whatever you want to do, or whatever, you can find, you know, people that's masters in that field that's already in the nation, that it'll make what you're doing even funner, or is that a word? Even more fun and more exciting and more adventurous. And then, you know, you dealing with fellow soldiers that's going to help you apply it. You know what I'm saying? So I would say keep up with the NOI.org with Minister Farrakhan, with the nation, and also get Honorable Elijah Muhammad's books and Minister Farrakhan books. So that goes for everybody, not just Dave. You don't have to pull up to no mosque, but I would, if you could. I would pull up to your local mosque and just feel it out and vibe it out and see how they treat you. If you like the energy, then keep going. If you don't like the energy, then just, you know, get at it online. You know, just keep up with the teachings online. But I would always try it out and find out where my local mosque or study group is at, and just test the people. Just test them. See if they solid or not. Yeah, but go ahead, Madame.
Yeah, I got a quick question, man, based off the conversation from the other show you did with the brother Steele and Doug. Well, this one is pertaining more to the brother Steele, because an interesting point that made me, you know, I always think about this when it comes to our people, but do you think our people will ever accept the fact that God is who we think is about God is really a man? Because it seemed to me, I could be wrong, I don't want to misquote the brother, but he couldn't. It's like he couldn't grasp the fact of God being a man, because he was like, "No, wait a minute, Cam. I know you with the NOI and all that, but basically, you know, God is omnipresent, omnipotent. He, you know, basically like he can't be contained in the body of a physical man or something." That's what I got from what he was saying.
Yeah, everybody is not going to get it, not because they can't get it, but everybody's not going to get it because they choose not to get it. Right? So this is about the free will piece. Everybody got free will to reject provable reality or critical thinking or common sense or natural facts, you know, and we want to believe in some unnatural, supernatural, miracle, fantasy football team BS. Like, that's on you. If that's what you want to choose your God-given brain to believe in, then that's up to you. But I believe that since I'm a flesh and blood, provable, tangible being, and I have a flesh and blood, provable brain, that brain's purpose is to identify provable, tangible things and shit, and not just imagine something that I ain't never have no proof or example that I should believe in.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. Yeah, but that was that was an interesting conversation, man. You know, because because far as like, because you made me think about something when you pointed out how these different gods or evil was pretty much on the earth before Eve, because these different people was already here, you know.
Right.
Those gods, who they call sons of gods, basically.
Right. It say sons. It don't say daughter. It make a distinction between sons over here and then daughters over there, and then they got with each other and had sex and produced children. Like, so it's that's what I'm asking. What is this supposed to be some mystery beings that we don't know nothing about? Why would God introduce some mystery Elohim Nephilim beings that he don't explain? Why would he introduce some kind of characters like that to us, knowing that we don't got no experience with them, and we just supposed to accept it? That don't even make no sense. He's going to only speak to us that which he knows we're familiar with. You know what I'm saying? Robert Epps says, if God came to Moses in the form of a burning bush, how come we can't believe that God is a man? Absolutely. And God didn't come to him in the form of a burning bush. That's just a metaphor. But then why are we so lazy to act like we don't know metaphors exist? Like Jesus was never a lamb. We were never sheep. He was never a lion, conquering lion of Judah. He was never the rock. You know what I'm saying? On this church, on this rock I build my church. Or Jesus was the stone that the builders rejected. Like, he was never none of them things. He was never a fish. He was never a rose or a lily of the valley. All of the things that, that's metaphors that's describing him. So if we can understand that all them things is just metaphors for Jesus, why don't we think the other unrealistic, unnatural things ain't metaphors for human beings? Why would God be a burning bush? You know what I'm saying? Unless somebody just tampering with the book.
Yeah, man. I feel you. So, what's the breakdown of Jonah being in the well? Not well. A great fish for 3 days. What's the science behind that?
Well, let me deal with BZ. BZ says you ain't got your own believe. You mean belief? You ain't got your own belief. You cosplaying a Muslim Arab or Arab. BZ, will you do us the New Year's Eve honor of being the first one to get on the live with myself? And I'll be happy to answer your question if you will get on here live with me and ask it. I can't trust bots. I don't know if you're a bot. I don't know if you're a troll. I have to hear your voice or see your face or both. If you have the heart to ask me that live, then I have the heart to answer it. Will you do that? Will you do us the honor, BZ, of getting on here and asking me that question? Or will you be a coward and get blocked? The wrench mob is waiting on you. You got 3 minutes. BZ, you got 3 minutes. Go ahead, Madonna.
Nah, that's real though, Cam. You know what I'm saying? What you say? Your wrench mob ninjas is the craziest.
Yeah, wrench mob ninjas is the craziest. You know what I'm saying? They got their Jesus sword out, ready to cause division in the house.
But I was just saying, pertaining to what's the science behind Jonah in the well for 3 days? I mean, in the big fish or the great fish for 3 days.
Right. Well, it's bigger than that. If you read the story of Jonah, it just talk about that he was running from his duty. He was running from his destiny. God chose him to be a messenger, but he didn't want all of the stress and the responsibility that came with that. So he tried to run away from his calling, and then running away, he got swallowed up by the fish. If you know anything about us, like Jesus and Peter, Simon Peter, we fishers of men. So the fish are the mentally dead people that we're trying to pull up out of the lake of fire, so to speak. But if you're running from that mission, then you get swallowed up by the fish. It's just like we call them lost found, or people that's still mentally dead in the grave. God sent you to raise them up and wake them up, but you didn't want the responsibility and the headache of trying to raise up your mentally dead people. So you ran from that right into their mouth. Now the mentally dead ninjas swallowed you up. You know what I'm saying? Dang. And if it wasn't for the grace of God, you know what I'm saying, he made them spit him out after 3 days. That can mean 3 weeks, 30 months, 30, some multiple of 3. And he was sick. You know what I'm saying? He was sick. He was mentally sick and probably physically sick because instead of trying to save them from their vices and their poisons, he started participating in it with them, and he got swallowed up by it. And, you know, and so after that, then he saw, you know, okay, I'm going to stop fighting this. And then he became the number one advocate because he was a prodigal son who turned his back on his mission to participate in the foolery and the effery of the mentally dead. And then he also knew how to then appeal to them and say, you know, I'm one of you and I suffered this. And if, you know, if you turn from your wicked ways, then God will have mercy and give us some more time. So Jonah was the one that was used as the greatest, I think the only example of the Bible that of people that heeded God's messenger's warning and was spared. So like Sodom and Gomorrah, the people of Noah, Babylon, Egypt, all them was never spared. Their you know, their messengers wasn't able to get the people to do what Jonah did. So Jonah, you know, became immortalized and known as the only messenger of God that actually was able to get his people to act right.
Damn, that's where I never heard it broke down like that, man. That's interesting.
That's them questions. That's them Madon commit questions, man. So you be coming with them great questions.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man, for sure. Because you know, I be want to know because you know I read a lot of these things and heard about a lot of these things, but you know I always want to say, wait, I'm always the type to say, "Oh, let me see what else everybody else got to say."
Robert Epps says our 310 years of chattel slavery is a sign of Jonah in the whale, or it's not a whale, it's just a fish. I don't know about that, Robert. You know what I'm saying? That's some way I suppose you could look at it, but who is the Jonah that's running away from? You know, are you saying that the whole black people that was enslaved because we was running away from our assignment for God? So that don't really line up. But I encourage that, you know, trying to work out that math problem and work out that puzzle. So yeah, keep it up. I'm trying to scroll. Shugale, salute Shugale. Yeah, I'm waiting. It's like Mothership Connection. Yeah. Slavery longer, Champ's vision, slavery longer. That's a subject. I'm not sure I understand what you mean by that, but if Jesus was in power while we was enslaved in slavery, why is that? If Jesus came to die for our sins, what sin did we commit as African Christians or Muslims in Africa who believe in Christ and the Messiah? Because Muslims, the Quran been around for 1,400 years, and the Bible, the New Testament, been around for 2,000 something years, apparently, right? Since Jesus died 2,024 years ago, if that's supposed to be the Christ, then we believed in him. Why did he allow us to go through the worst treatment in history once he was in power? Like, how does that make us supposed to want to believe in Jesus? That we didn't go through that type of hell until he was in power. How is he our savior? It seemed like he's the one that caused us or allowed us to get in that the most worst condition that human beings ever suffered, which would happen in the last 400 years, which was our forefathers who were believers in Jesus in Africa. Those are the ones in West Africa. It was Christians and Muslim Africans that got kidnapped in the name of white Jesus or white Christians and brought over here and put through hell in the name of Jesus and Christianity in the English language for the last 470 years. Why would your Jesus allow that or cause that? Champ's vision say, yeah, over many empires especially. So can anybody answer that question? And this is, you know, this ain't religion. If anything, this is me blowing up religion. This is me nuke bombing religion. So I'm not into religion. I'm trying to break the spell of religion. I'm trying to break the spell of religion, if that makes sense. What we talk about and what we live by and what we show and prove in the nation, NOI, is not religion. It's the knowledge of self. It's theology. Theology is not religion. Religion is some fairy tale ghost story stuff that you can't prove. Theology is science, all about proving. It's only about proving the science of God. Trap Flicks. Salute, Trap Flicks. I see you. Let me keep scrolling. Wizardry, absolutely, honor roll. Straight wizardry, witchcraft, sorcery. Straight BS in December 31st language. BS. Any more thoughts, questions, Madon?
Oh, for sure. Oh, most definitely, man. I wanted to ask, did you see like the thing they had on on the Pope, where he supposedly opened this big old door and said he was gonna open 5 portals or something like that? You heard that? You heard about that in the news?
Who was gonna open some portals?
The Pope. They say he you know, he opened his big. They showed him he opened this big old door with all these different carvings on it of I guess the Black Madonna child on this big door. This big door open, and supposedly he was going in there to open 5 portals or something. I mean, I don't know what they was talking about. I was lost.
Yeah, that sounds lost. That sounds something I wouldn't even participate in. I mean, if is he the only guard or warden? Like, you know, if these so-called UFOs is shutting down the world's European, all the, you know, white military over the whole planet, shutting down their nuclear missiles, these same characters couldn't shut down them portals or whatever he's supposed to be, had the power to open up.
Hey, I feel you, man, because I was wondering, I'm like, 5 portals, like what they talk about? You know what I'm saying? Hold up.
I mean, I'm saying, you know, if any something like that do exist, it's only by the permission of the God that he could do that. In other words, the God would have had to send him down the technology and the permission to do that. So if he is doing that, it's only by the God's permission. You know what I'm saying? Just like we taught them how to do the devilishment that they do. We the one gave them the boost in their technology and science and physics and all of that. So if they are able to do that, it's because the God wants them to do that, because he wants to show something also.
Yeah, that's real. I feel what you're saying, man. Yeah, I just wondering, because I'm like, how did he get to be in charge of the portals? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but no, if anybody would be in charge of the portals, it would be him.
Oh, dang, I feel what you're saying.
No, that is the wisest. That is the wisest of, you know, I got to be careful of what I say here, but that is the dragon. That is the wisest of them all. It's like the president's supposed to represent the ruler or the head of America, even though we know he don't. It's people behind him. But the Pope, he represents the real seat of the knowledge of good and evil in that race. He's that guy for real. So all of the secrets of physics and science and UFOs and who shot Kennedy and blah blah, all of the secret society, he has that information. Not just him, but every pope has that information.
Is that why they call him? What's behind them calling the Pope the Vicar of Christ or something like that? I heard that's what they call it.
The vicar, or the vicegerent is it means just the, you know, God's man, or Jesus or Christ's man on earth. So we know that Farrakhan is really that. So if there's a false man claiming that, then we know what that title means.
Oh, so that goes back to the he that sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is the God.
Absolutely. You got the beast and the dragon. The beast is below the dragon. The dragon gives power to the beast. So if America and Israel is beasts, The dragon is who gives them the power. So you don't hear, they both doing things in the name of God, but the Netanyahus and over there, they don't claim that. They just identity jack our identity. They claim to be the chosen people, but the one that actually claims to be the vicar of God or God's man on earth is the dragon.
Hey, I can ride with that for sure.
I mean, I'm stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm misrepresenting.
Oh no, you telling it like it is, man. That remind me of that. I mean, it showed the truth that a lot of the scriptures, man. Like when it says that I can't remember which one it was, but it says it's basically like it says have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth or something like that? You ever heard that?
That's Jesus. Yeah, they hated him for no reason but that, he was a man that told you the truth. And they hate the truth. Byron Bull said, did black people create Islam? Yes. Not the religion Islam. Islam was created by the very first black man, which is God himself, or Allah, the originator. The very first black man was the originator, called Allah or God. And he created Islam when he created his own form. This human form is God's form. This is the form of God. This is not the form of man. We're made in his image and after his likeness. This is the form of God. We are like God. This form is like God's form. So black people don't have no birth record. You can't find no other race of people that produced black people, but all the races on the planet can be proven that they were produced by black people. So we produced all of the races, but then who produced us? What race is our mother and our father? We don't have no mother and no father because we're not a race. Our people was produced or self-created by the very first one. The very first one who we call that so-called supernatural God and broke all of the impossibilities by creating creation. That was the first one of us. So the nature of that being is Islam. It's not his religion. That's his nature. That's just the nature of the original people is Islam. But we put it in book form and gave it to the races because their nature is not the same as our nature. So they have to be taught soul or how to dance or rhythm. They have to be taught what we do naturally. Hold on one second. He says the whole crescent moon thing was a black thing. I don't know what you mean by that. The sun, the moon, stars, planets, all of that were created by the black nation. We created the sun, moon, and the star. We don't worship it. It worships us. Those things are our creations that worship and obey us. So many people say, y'all worship the stone, y'all worship the sun and the moon and the star. No, you're a total fool. You are lied to. Nowhere in Islam or nowhere else do it ever say nothing like that. Us in the nation has the revelation and the explanation, the wisdom of what it is. And I'm telling you, Elijah Muhammad been telling us for 90 years that we created the heavens and the earth. We created the sun, moon, and stars to serve us. That's why the Bible says, not the Bible, the Quran says, Allah made all things subservient to man. The sun and the moon and the stars were made subservient to man. We created them to serve us. We don't serve them. So that's our flag. That's just our flag. Sun, moon, and stars is our universal flag that represents our creation that we created. Byron Bull, what's the purpose of the rainbow? You talking about in real life or according to the Bible? According to the Bible, it's supposed to be a reminder that God will never drown all of the people again. He will never, kill all the people with water, but it'll be fire instead of water. But that don't sound like no realistic purpose of a rainbow, but rainbow just is a spectrum. It represents the energy spectrum of God in the creation, the frequency of the forces that make the atoms and the molecules of creation. All physical creation is made out of the same material, the same basic units of structure and function called atoms and molecules, or subatomic particles and all of that. And the different atoms are identified by their frequency or their vibrational frequency. Color represents frequency, potent, how potent a frequency is. There's nothing more potent than black. So black is not even a color, but black produces the whole spectrum of color. Black produces the rainbow. No color of the rainbow or the rainbow put together cannot produce black. So all of that, colors is just a manifestation of certain frequency levels or certain grades of frequencies. So God is the owner and the controller and the maker of those frequencies. And black is what God is. Madame.
Yeah. So what's behind I heard you mention back here about the moon being pulled out of the earth or blasted out of the earth. I had a homeboy tell me that a long time ago when I lived in Pittsburgh, but I was looking at him like, man, wait a minute. So what's behind that?
That's a story. You know, of course, we're believers, so I wasn't there in person, so I can't tell you. But that's part of the revelation of God. And I wanted to put that out there, that revelation is not something that you can research. Everybody that prides themselves in researching the Bible and researching the Quran, researching the Hadith, researching this and researching that, God's revelations cannot be researched, but they can be proven to be true. So the details of the past stories, I can't prove that, but I can prove the current results. So we're taught and we believe that it's true because of the current product and results and the ability to prove it, that trillions of years ago, the earth and the moon was together. The earth right now is approximately 25,000 miles around in circumference. But trillions of years ago, we taught 66 trillion years ago, the earth was bigger. It was around 35,000 miles in circumference. But one of our scientists, a god, a black man, you know, from what we call today the tribe of Shabazz, tried to destroy us. You know, I don't want to go into why or whatever, because he was dissatisfied. This is what we taught. He was frustrated, dissatisfied, and mentally and spiritually not yet mature, because we was only 10 trillion years old as a species at that time. So we were still maturing and learning what we are and what things were or whatever, whatnot. But the people that was on the planet at that time didn't all speak the same dialect all the way around, and we weren't the same. We were still learning about what we were. And this guy, this scientist of that time, you know, wanted all of the people on the planet to be alike and speak the same dialect, and he tried to enforce that, and he wasn't able to enforce that. So he became temporarily, you know, vexed or insane or frustrated to such extreme degree, because he couldn't impose his will on the population because of their own God free will, their own God power, that he goes and tries to destroy us all. He tried to destroy everybody and hit the reset button, basically. Saying it's reset on creation. And so he went and filled the earth with a shaft, a deep shaft, you know, that went down deep into the earth, miles into the earth, and filled it with high explosive and set it off, thinking that he was going to blow up the earth and destroy all of us that's on the planet. And that's impossible. He didn't know it was impossible, but trillions of years after that, they all learned that that's impossible. You cannot get rid of the black people of this planet, no matter how you try, because we are your source. We are your essence. There is no such thing as getting rid of all black people. That's impossible. So he tried it though, and wound up just making a satellite for the Earth. The Earth, shrunk. You know what I'm saying? Because we're in space, and the air pressure of space is equal. That's why most, so-called heavenly bodies or whatever are spherical. Little rocks and asteroids and stuff like meteors that's flying around, they're not yet spherical, but they're going to probably collide or get pulled into a spherical body's orbit and become part of that sphere. But the sphere is the universal shape. So there's no flat Earth. That's all BS. Everything, that's a whole different conversation. But the moon got blown out, and all of the water that was on the Earth at that time, or that was on that part of the Earth, fell back to this part, and the moon lost its water and fell in its original orbit and became the satellite now for our planet Earth, the thing that regulates the waters and the tides and all that. Before the moon was produced 66 trillion years ago by that explosion, the planet Mars served as that function of being our satellite, or the thing that kept our waters in balance, on balance. So that's the NOI's revelation story about where the moon came from. So I believe that more than any white scientist. No white scientists of this world can tell me nothing that I'm going to believe more than my own scientists.
Hey, that's real, man. Because so did they put it there on purpose, or did just over time it just gradually?
No, it wasn't on purpose. That was a what do you call that? Unintended consequence. So a lot of the forces of nature and the laws of creation are unintended consequences. Like the originator, the very first one of us, didn't create himself with knowledge. He created himself with will. So he didn't know what the consequences was. There was no laws. You know what I'm saying? There was no laws of physics or creation or whatever until he did what he did. So his action created the laws. His first action of doing something that was never done before in triple darkness created the laws now that we call the laws of nature. So it was a lot of unintended, unknown consequences of what he did that we had to look back after it was done and study it and get the knowledge of what that was. So that was just an unintended consequence. It was not his aim or his purpose to make a moon. He was trying to just destroy the Earth and destroy us. But he made a moon instead. So he don't know what he made because he died, and he destroyed a whole tribe of people that was on that part of the planet that was in the Pacific, where the Pacific Ocean is now.
I see what you're saying. So when you got a lot of people out here saying, mankind started in Africa. So did life or man was the first man, when the man was created, was he put in Africa alone, or was he spread out throughout the whole region of the Earth?
No, the first man is absolutely not from Africa. This first man is from space, from triple dark black space. And as he was creating himself and building himself out of the material of the darkness, meaning the space dust or all of the material, the dark matter, what they call dark matter. They call dark energy and dark matter. So triple dark space, before there was ever such thing as any light or any creation, there was material. The blackness, the darkness is filled with potential, with all the material, it's unlimited. It's unlimited what the darkness contains. So as the first one of us, that Allah, first one of us, was creating himself out of the material of black matter and black energy or whatever, creating his form, I should say, he was also creating the earth. He was growing his own form, and he was growing the planet that he was going to exist on. So that came at the same time. And then after that, he created the sun. Well, as a matter of fact, I believe that all three of them was being grown at the same time, because all of that energy is in us. The reason why we're 98.6 degrees is not because of the sun. The sun is in us. We have light and heat and electricity within us. So before there was a sun and the moon and the earth and all of that, we were the light of ourselves. And we are taught that, our transportation, or the way that we looked and the way that we moved, was in spheres or orbs. Just like we used to be eggs, you know what I'm saying? We used to be sperm that was oblong shaped with a tail. Before we actually formed, these planets and was able to settle on them like that, we were orbs, and we traveled in orbs, just like cells. Like you put cells under a microscope and you see them moving around, and like, damn, they don't got no legs and no feet. How they moving around like that? So that's signs and hints and patterns about how we used to exist.
I see what you're saying. Because when you said that, it reminded me of because I never was a Mormon, but I always wanted to study everybody's material.
Mm-hmm.
Me studying their material, I remember coming across something where they were saying how, and what they believe is that God was a man that manifested himself into something else, like kind of like I guess, like you said, like an orb, or I don't know if that's what they were saying, but basically that's what I got from it. He manifested himself to something.
I mean, look how you started. You started as a microscopic little egg in your mama's ovaries, and we started out even smaller, little microscopic, little egg-shaped little tadpole egg with a tail in our father's testicles. So how would that be so strange to, when we know that's what we used to be? You know what I'm saying? That's the proof. That's what I mean. That's not religion. That's theology. That's provable facts. We know where we came from. We know what we used to look like. We know what condition we was in. We was a circular egg in a cluster in our mother's ovaries, and the other part of us was a little egg-shaped, microscopic germ with a tail on it in our father's testicle. We didn't have arms, we didn't have teeth, we didn't have eyeballs, we didn't have, you know what I'm saying? So these is facts. Well, let me deal with Byron Bull. Says Earth has not been here 66 trillion years. So I can't prove that it was, and you can't prove that it wasn't. So why would you say that it wasn't when you can't prove that it wasn't? Whoever you're believing that will lead you to say Earth was not here 66 trillion years ago, can they tell you how long Earth has been here? Can they prove how long Earth has been here? Or are you just taking their word on face value? How can they prove, however long you believe, Byron, that the Earth was here, how did they prove that to you? Right? So for you to jump on here, y'all got to be careful, man, with y'all just jumping off the porch, making absolute. So I'm wise enough to say this is what we believe. We were taught that this is revelation. I always disclaim at the beginning, this is not something I can prove. So if I can't prove it, you damn sure can't prove it. So why would you even verbalize that? You know what I'm saying? Where I could show more proof that the Earth was probably here for 66 trillion years than you can prove that it wasn't. So why even dispute without knowledge at all? I can produce some knowledge that can back up my argument more than what knowledge can you produce? What cosmologists do you trust when you can't find no history that they ever existed prior to 6,000 years ago? Because any cosmologist you trust is white. And if they black, they learned it from some white person. So if you ask the Dogon tribe or if you ask Native Americans, they're not going to say the earth is only 6,000 years old like your Bible say. They're going to say you insane. You insane if you believe the Bible story that the earth or people is only 6,000 years old. They're going to say you're totally insane. Go ahead, Madon.
Yeah, that's real, man. I feel you. You know, it's crazy that they got us caught in a I guess the Bible it proves the Bible was right. You know, they changed the time and they changed the name of the land and they did all that. So, you know, with the changing of time, or they seek to change, they thought they was changing the time, but I guess you know, they didn't really change it, but because what's gonna happen, I guess basically. But you know,
Byron, hop on the live with me right quick. Let's have a conversation about this. I see you, Yoga, but hold on a second. Byron, it says 5,000 to 2025 is better than 6 trillion. What makes it better? What are we talking about better? Like why is anything better? If it is 5,000 years old, if the earth is only 5,000 years old, how long do you think it's supposed to last? Just say you're right. Let's say you're right and it's only 6,000 years old. Is it supposed to last 66 trillion years? Is it impossible for it to last 66 trillion years because you think God or creation or planets and whatever don't last that long? Like, what's your justification for saying what's better or what's worse or why it should only be 5,000 years old instead of 66 trillion years old? Please get on here with me and have a live conversation with me so I can understand your logic or your reasoning for saying you feel better that Earth is only 6,000 years old than you do that is over 66 trillion years old. Please hop on here with me, because if it's that close, we're supposed to be able to find all kind of proof that things just got started. There should be no Big Bang theory of millions of years ago, because if it's going by what you believe that it's only 5,000 years old, everything is just beginning. So we definitely should have that conversation. Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up, yo?
Hey, last time we talked, I was trying to tell you a lot of young people was turned off from the NOI because of the Scientology stuff that came out with Rizal Islam and the Scientology stuff. And then the young man hit the link right after me and he was like, yeah, he not rocking with it. Maybe he would have rocked with Farrakhan or Elijah Muhammad. I mean, with Malcolm or Elijah Muhammad, but he said Farrakhan didn't make him want to sign up or whatever. And it's a lineage thing. And you had actually just got upset, but I did more research about it. And you've been jealous of Tariq and a lot of people. And I was like, why you never have a positive disposition? Jealous of Tariq?
Hold on.
But you disrespected me that time, though. So I'm out. Peace to your show.
Oh, okay. I guess. Damn, I'm jealous of Tariq. So you might want to tell me what me and Tariq's conversation was then. If I'm jealous of Tariq, call Tariq. Do you know Tariq? That was real kind of estrogen-ish, yoga. That was kind of estrogen-ish. You're welcome to come back on here. You didn't have to take off. But you can talk to Tariq and ask him what me and his conversation was about. And see if he'll enlighten you. Damn, what was we talking about, Madon? Damn. I didn't know I'd be getting under these people's skin like that.
Yeah, man. I don't know what that was, man. He was bugged out.
Yeah, he said something about Rizal Islam and people was turned off. Well, I want you to be turned off. If you're turned off by Farrakhan and all that good stuff, man, you need to be turned off. Like I said earlier, this is time for a division. We don't want you there. If you don't want to be there, we don't want you there. How about that? You know, everybody ain't meant to make it. That's why Jesus said, if you believe in that, your family do. 400 years of your ancestors do, especially if you claiming FBA like Tariq. They was all Christians. So your Jesus, your Christian FBA Jesus said, think not that I came to bring peace. I came to bring division. So I'm glad that you're divided, Yoga Yo. You need to stay where you at. Don't come over here no more unless you want to show your face and have a long conversation without running. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's 12? Oh.
No, they down here tripping. Let me meet my
mic. You have to mute up. Yeah, you go. But yeah, fireworks. I want the fireworks. Why did you get Ghost, yo? That was kind of estrogen-ish. You know. Not Feast to say that. Damn, brother got tripping. Not Feast, that was cowardly. I have more guts than that, and I'm a female. Damn.
Yeah, but you was talking about time. You was talking about the years of the earth and the 60.
Oh yeah. I was trying to get Byron to get on here. Byron, you still there? Byron Bull, you want to hop on here with me, Byron, and have this conversation? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. People be running. They be track stars. If you know, anytime I'm gonna block somebody is if they, of course, yelling or over talking me or something like that. But I still ain't gonna block them. I just mute you until I say what I got to say. But just to run, that's Skittles, bro. That's kind of rainbowish. That's real emotional rainbowish. And then try to say that I was mad. Okay, if I was mad, what did I do about it? What did I do? How did I demonstrate or express my so-called madness? I definitely didn't do what you just did I? Cam, like, please come on here to debate me. I won't even use my jab. Right? I won't. I want to hear you speak. But then you spoke and ran. Shit. You knocked on the door and ran. You ding dong ditched me and shit. What up, Madonna? What's your thought?
Yeah, dude. He was bugged out, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, like I thought he was about to go in, like, you know, yeah, this is why, and you know, woo. But he just skated, you know what I mean? I thought he was
he was talking fast like a used car salesman, as though you was under a time limit. Like we relaxing. We trying to, you know, stay here until New Year's, you know, till 12 midnight. You didn't have to run. You didn't have to speed. You didn't have to run. You didn't have to do none of that.
Yeah, he pulled a Russell Simmons. Thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Good night. Right. Damn.
Yeah,
King of Cass, that was hilarious. Elmatic, I'm out of here, Mr. Cam. No, don't be out of here. Stay, and let's chill for a while. Man. Yeah, that's incredible, man. Let's see. Ferocity, brother. Cam, do you see genetic annihilation as being one of the biggest reasons those people have to have a system of racism in place? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But they know their, you know, the leaders of them know, they know their fate. They know their prophecy. They know their purpose for being made, and they know the end of their time. So yeah, it is a case of genetic annihilation, but their motivation ain't just that. Their motivation is to take as many of us down and out with them as they possibly can. That's their motive. They know they're going to be annihilated one way or the other. They know their time is up for that. Their motive now is to take as many of us down with them as they can. So that's their real motive. Excuse me.
Yeah, that's real. Yo, so let me ask you this, Cam. What's the science of Jesus walking on water?
Water represents wisdom and hold on a second. We back?
We back. I was talking like that because last time you kicked me off, you muted me and kicked me off of the panel, and then I clicked back on and you didn't let me back up. And that's when I was saying you was disrespectful.
Can you show your face?
It's yoga. I was just on here. Look, they go the same icon. Hold on, they go the same thumbnail. That's the same thumbnail. I never did show my face. That was the thumbnail.
Yo, you did show your face, bro. I was talking to you. Why are you gonna lie, bro? We all seen your face.
Exactly. So
I'm showing now, like I'm showing mine. I'm showing
you my thumbnail. So I'm just coming back to show you was no disrespect, but you disrespected me that time. So that's why I said what I said, and I was talking fast because you didn't allow. You control the panel. But it's a white man behind Scientology. It's a white man behind
You're still talking. You're still talking.
At the end of the day, you jealous of the FBA thing because Tyreek did.
Can you let's do this? I'm not in no
rush. Hold on. Your show kind of lame.
See, that's where you get muted. So I'm not blocking you. You still there. Now you left. So anybody that just can't, allow me to set the ground rules of communication, you're gonna come on my live and tell me, hold on, and this and that, and talking like a female. You talking like a female, bro. I just got to keep it 1,000. You all the way in your feelings. You loud, disrespectful. I'm trying to set the ground rules of how we gonna talk. Okay, I'm gonna let you talk for 60 seconds and you be quiet. You ain't even hanging around for that. You very anxious or uptight, or I don't know what's going on, man. I didn't block you. You left twice. You left again. You just left once and now you just left again. I'm not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere. I don't understand it. That sound like that powder though. That hyper energy piece like that kind of sound like that powder. But maybe I'm wrong. Madon.
Nah, that brother, he bugging out, man. Like, maybe he held it. He's been holding it in for a while or something. But yeah, you was going in on how the sign of Jesus walking on water.
Yo, that's you?
Yeah, I didn't click off. That was, I guess, bad reception. People, it's New Year's Eve or whatnot. But set the ground rules, and then we can talk and get the points off. So I can, show you where you got effeminate, emotional, and blocked me last time because of the nature of the conversation and what you're sensitive to. But go ahead.
Right. If whatever I blocked you on, I put it up. Right. It should be up for a record.
No. Well, let's go ahead and set the rules.
No, hold on. Slow down. If you're throwing a lot of accusations, so if you said I blocked you, whatever I blocked you about is still up on one of these past lives I did, right?
I was saying set the rules so we know how long we're gonna talk.
Brother, can you address what I'm saying? Because you put it out there.
Yes, I wanna debate you. I want you to set the rules of the debate so we'll know how much time we have for each other.
Calm down.
I'm calm, Cam.
No,
Cam, calm. Cam, you tripping.
Can I talk without muting you? I'm gonna have to mute you. See, so if you just introduced that I blocked you for whatever, then whatever I blocked you about can still be found on the YouTube page. So everybody can go for themselves and see whatever I blocked you about because I didn't delete it. So everybody can. So do you remember the title or the subject?
Let me give you the details.
Brother, slow down. Are you in a rush?
I'm giving you the details for when you kick me off the panel.
I'm not finished talking yet.
Okay, go ahead.
So don't give me the details. Give the people that's watching the title of the live that we talked on so they can go watch it for themselves.
Okay, here it goes. I was on the live. When I say you blocked me, you kicked me off the panel. We were on the panel like we are now.
I just said, what was the title of it, brother?
And it came up.
What is the title of the live so they can watch it for themselves? We don't want to take your word on it. We want them to go watch it.
I didn't come up here to do your repertoire. You still trying to sell your show. I want to debate you, and you're deflecting right now.
You ain't even showing your face, bro. How you gonna debate me without showing your face?
Hold on. What are you talking about? You want entertainment for your show. You got upset.
Man, you're muted. Show your face.
There you go again.
Show your emotional. Face. You the one screaming.
You deflect.
You're screaming.
You deflecting from.
Damn, Gina. Damn, Gina. Why would I put, I want to hear you talk, but you got to talk on my terms. SB Global. He said that's that kind of flag energy right there. Safi Ali, I'll see it. Yoga. That's not yoga-ish. Yoga people be very calm. They be very calm. They tune into their chakras. they peaceful place. They nirvanas or whatever that is. You pretty chaotic with your energy, yoga. Look at the camera. Look at the comments. Look what they're saying in the comments. That's not a representation of calm manhood energy. That's probably not how you want to go into 2025. You might not want to be entering 2025 with that energy. So the chat is still open. Twins Ma. Damn. I get really offended when females call me that. They don't call me zesty or spicy, but females and said I was sassy before. I didn't understand that, but now I do. Now I do kind of understand what sassiness kind of mean. If that's what that means, then I understand that. Sniffing that yoga flame, man. Madame.
Yeah, man, that was hilarious, man. I don't know what the brother got going on, man. He don't want to. He act like he want to have a dialogue, but he don't want to have a dialogue. You know what I'm saying? But that's that energy, man. He fit the description, so
Man, Malaika say he. I ain't gonna repeat that. Y'all can read that comment, but by the sister Malaika, like they would know. People, women that go through the struggle of that monthly natural situation. She says she can recognize that same type of energy. So I don't know. Maybe I was being effeminate too. Was I doing some effeminate stuff? That's why I want you to point the live out. Let us all know where I was being effeminate at. If I blocked you, then that's probably why. But I'm not blocking you today. You got the pass. You got this grace. I have not blocked you yet. You done left 2 or 3 times already. You left because I mute you because I'm not gonna allow you to be yelling and shit, and especially over me. You don't run nothing here clearly but your mouth, but I won't even let you do that. So if you wanna debate me, you're gonna debate me calmly with rules and respect. Otherwise, you won't be debating me. And he said, I'm trying to sell my show. I'm just trying to sell my show. Hey, well, this is YouTube, nigga. Why wouldn't I? I'm not selling nothing. I'm saying you can go watch it because it's public record. And if I get some YouTube views, 30 cents and shit off of that, if I get 30 cents off of that, okay, you mad at that? I'm jealous of Tariq because I'm going to get 30 cents for making people go look at you get clowned and shit. Oh, no, man. Trying to figure it out. But the door is open. Yogi Bear. Door is open, man, if you want to come back. Brother Cam, what do you think of the United States potentially having a dome placed around it like Israel? Is there an underlying fear? That's not gonna work. Even whatever so-called dome that Israel got, they don't got no dome. They got a military defense system that's called the Iron Dome. They don't have no dome. Nah, that you taking that literally. They don't have no dome. And America ain't gonna have no dome.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. I had to go on mute. They going off over here with these fireworks, man. These
Oh yeah.
nothing, but do what they do. Do what you like.
Yeah, we got 8 minutes left over here. Oh yeah, because you already that's what you
No,
hour.
it's only 10:51 where I'm at. That's why I'm like, what's wrong with these people?
Oh damn, okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm tripping. But
yeah, let's get back on some topics, man. That was good, that was fun, but I don't know where it got us.
Yeah, but I was gonna say, well, he was like, you was jealous of FBA. I thought we was all foundational Black Americans.
No, he said I was jealous of Tariq.
Oh, okay.
Because I was checking Tariq about his motive. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know your motive of trying to start a FBA when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad already has DFS. You know what I'm saying? So if it's supposed to be about reparations, this is supposed to be about identifying who's supposed to get reparations. Honorable Elijah Muhammad already laid it all the way out in 1965. That's what the Muslims want and what the Muslims believe. And Minister Farrakhan already got the closest to securing that from Gaddafi and from the African nations and, people all over the world that's trying to help us. But they know that the beast, the great Satan, won't allow them to help us. So Minister Farrakhan said, don't worry about it. My father is going to get the job done. He's going to destroy them all. So y'all just, save a space, save a spot for us, save a place for us. So after my father collapses this government and collapses their power and influence in war, then we'll be able to come, become citizens of anywhere we want to be at in Africa or in the Muslim world. That's what Farrakhan has established already. Tariq Nasheed would never establish that. And no diss to Tariq, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I feel you, man. Yeah, it's like that's been a trending topic, man. A lot of people jumping on that bandwagon, and I said getting puffed up for nothing. But I guess to me, I think it's just a flash in the pan. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all good though.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm just saying, for us, like the extra stuff that people doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you was talking about how the signs behind Jesus walking on water.
Oh yeah, Jesus walking on water. Water represents wisdom, and water represents the masses of the people. So if Jesus is walking on water, he's walking on the masses of the people, meaning that he's not, drowning. He's not being drowned by the majority, right? Because you know how they say majority rules and majority influence, and he's walking on the revelation of the Father. He's guided and elevated above being, sunk and pulled down by the gravity of the masses of our ignorant people. He's walking on the waters, meaning the wisdom and revelation of God, and meaning walking above the masses of our people.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's interesting, man. I always wonder, was that because a lot of people think that was take it literal,
but why would you take any of that literally? For what? Like what satisfaction would you get out of believing that you walked on water like that, or that you raised a dead man to life after 4 days? What satisfaction would you get out of believing that? How does that help us at all?
I guess it's just a feeling, people. I guess people say.
I mean, but why? What is walking on water going to do? Is that going to save your soul if you know how to walk on water? Like, why walk on water? Like, why that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel where you're coming from. I guess people, I guess that will set him apart, so to speak, in most people's mind or in their psyche. They say,
right, and the fact that Lazarus, say he raised Lazarus back up, right, after being dead for 4 days. And then later on in his life, he got to die again. You know what I'm saying? He's still going to have to die again, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So if he already went through the horror and the pain of whatever, his body shutting down and going through the portal of death and this and that, Why not just leave him there? You know what I'm saying? Why torture him and put him through that again?
I feel what you're saying. That's real. That's real. So why does a lot of why do they compare us to Lazarus?
Well, that's what we are. We're mentally dead for 4 days or 4 centuries. You know, so the 4 days of Lazarus was symbolic of the 4 centuries that we was mentally dead here as slaves in North America. And we so dead that we stink. Our sin, our ignorance stinks in the nostrils of God and in the nostrils of civilized society. Nobody wants us nowhere. We stink. You know what I'm saying? We're filthy. We're so dead that we stink. No civilized society wants us among them.
Damn, that's real. Yeah, we can show and prove that. Nobody wants us.
Yeah. We the despised and the rejected that everybody walked by on the other side, the so-called, you know, such and such. It wasn't nobody but the good Samaritan, which was Master Fard Muhammad, that didn't pass us by. He came and stood us up, treated us, healed us, and stood us up and called us his own, while everybody else left us for dead.
So is that does that pertain to I think it's in Deuteronomy, if I'm not mistaken, when it says no man will buy thee, and I forgot what else.
Oh, they bought us, all right. They bought us for 310 years. Shit, they bought the shit out of us. and sold us.
I might be misquoting it a little bit, but I think it's talking about like nobody will be able to save us out of this condition as far as like I'm not sure. But
yeah, well, we see that. We see that whoever might have wanted to save us didn't. Whoever wanted to free us didn't. Yeah, they didn't have the power. They might have had the will and the love, but it never reached us. It never reached us until 1930, or really 1910, but we didn't know about it until 1930.
Yeah, that's real, man. That's real. So, do you think? Oh, yeah, this is what I was going to ask you. What's behind Moses? Remember when in the scripture say, Pharaoh's magicians, they cast they serpents or whatever, and then Moses casted his staff down, and his serpents or whatever ate the pharaohs or something like that. What's behind that?
That's any public, quote unquote, political demonstration that's so widely publicized that it overawes the people's eyes. So it could be like the election or the media, you know what I'm saying, that's casting false lies and propaganda against the man of God, and he allows them to cast their lies first and fully propagandize the people and make the people believe whatever they want them to believe, and then afterwards Moses or the man of God casts his rod and swallows up all of their lies and humiliates them and causes the people to turn against them and turn against the magicians that they hired. So like a Kamala Harris and all the people, all of the rappers and all of the people, or the Fauci, Anthony Fauci's, or the Million Man March, or whatever was going on, that a God, you know, allows the enemy to cast a big global media propaganda flood. It's 12 o'clock. Okay, salute for those that believe in that, you know. May God's peace and grace and blessings and protection be on y'all and us and our families for this so-called new year. May we rededicate ourselves to health and healing of self first, and loving of self first, and uniting with self first, and going to war against your real enemy that's poisoning us with the food and poisoning us with false information that keep us divided as brothers and sisters. May God, you know, the Most High, by whatever name that you recognize him or it or her as, bless us with the light of understanding, self-love, and unity and health. And may, that God comfort you in, in your loneliness, in your loss of loved ones, in your poverty, your temporary debt or oppression or captivity or enslavement, meaning incarceration, anything that we're going through. May the Most High God, whose proper name is Allah, who is in the person of a man, Master Father Muhammad, and the God that he made for us, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, who is Mahdi, who is our guide, our God at this point, and in the name of all of his righteous servants and prophets, especially the Messiah, Farrakhan, I pray this, I will this, and I work for this in their names and in y'all's name, in the name of the Most High God, in y'all, I pray. Ameen, Allahu Akbar, Ameen. So I had to just get that in there. I don't pray to a mystery God. I pray to the true and living God in the person of y'all, in the person of human beings. I pray to human beings for human beings in the name of human beings. That's my God, and y'all are my co-God, brothers and sisters. Ye are all gods, children of the Most High, and I'm a child of the Most High God. So I just wanted to bring this so-called New Year in with a prayer in the name of you, the God in you, the kingdom of heaven that's in you, the God that's in you. So pardon me, but I had to get that in, and may Allah bless us with peace and health and healing and victory. We don't want peace with the enemy. We want victory over the enemy in war. Do not pray for peace with your enemy. Pray for victory in war over your enemy. This is wartime. And if you in denial that this is wartime, you already lost. You already lost, and you are a liability. Pray for victory. Like it or not, you at war. Like it or not, war is being waged on you and us. Pray for victory. In the name of the Most High and in the name of his servants and messengers and the Messiah, again, we pray, Allahu Akbar, Ameen. But anyway, my bad. Not my bad, but I had to do that right there, Madame. But what was you saying? What was we talking about?
Oh no doubt. That was 100, man. That's well needed, man, for sure. We was going in. We was basically talking about how we was Lazarus, and we've been mentally dead, and you basically breaking down how basically just what you going in, because I was basically talking about how Jesus walked on water. But I was gonna ask you, no, we was talking about Moses and how he cast his staff and the Pharaoh cast his, and you were saying how that just represents like the voting systems and how what I'm saying, and people
just any big public demonstration where the enemy is trying to deceive us, it represents that's trying to deceive the people of God against the messenger of God. So anything that these people do against Farrakhan or against Farrakhan's people, to where they influencing us, you hear them getting off over here. You hear them influencing us and trying to deceive us and herd us into a certain direction that they want us to go in for their agenda's sake. That is what that Moses and Aaron or enchanters represent. The magicians, the sorcerers, the enchanters, the media people, the entertainers, anybody that has our attention that we'll listen to and that we'll go in the direction that they say we're supposed to go in. Those are the magicians of Pharaoh.
No, definitely. I see what you're saying. Yeah, man. Because so do you think? What do you think? Well, how can I put this? So what's the do the minister? What's the minister's message like for today? Like I heard of somebody, who was that? I think that was Wesley Muhammad. You familiar with that brother?
Yeah, I know Brother Wesley.
I heard him saying that right now the minister basically ain't really just saying nothing. He just letting mostly what he said just show and prove or something to that effect.
Yeah, he already talked for 70 years. So, the minister don't need to say nothing else. That's why Jesus said he was quiet in front of his crucifiers, because he spent his whole life saying everything that he represented. You know exactly what his position. He didn't hide nothing. So when it's time for him to be, crucified or be brought to court, like, I ain't got nothing to say. I said it already. That's why I'm in court. I don't need to say no more. Only one that's going to talk now is y'all and God, y'all and the Father. Anything that's going to be said now is between the Father and y'all.
That's real. So what is behind I think it's Daniel's excuse me, Daniel 7 and 9, when it talks about the Ancient of Days sitting on a throne and with a hair like wool and feet like brass. Was that describing? Who is that describing? Who is that Ancient of Days?
It's the Son of Man. It's the black man. So it represents Master Fard Muhammad's father. It represents Master Fard Muhammad, his father's side. It represents the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It represents Minister Farrakhan. And it represents us. We are the Ancient of Days. In the lessons, the Supreme Wisdom lessons, paraphrasing, it say, now tell me, do you hope to live to see the day when, the devil, basically, when Allah takes the devil off our planet, in his own good time, so to speak. And then he says, what is your reward? What will be your reward in such, in the removal of the devil? And he's like, yes, I fast and pray in the name of, his prophet at that time. So Elijah Muhammad thought, that I live to see the day for which I have waited 379 years. This is in 1934. This is Elijah Muhammad answering Master Fard Muhammad's question of what will be your reward in regards to, destruction of the devil or removal of the devil from our planet. And he said, I'll give all I have and all within my power, to see that day, because it'll be, the reward will be peace and freedom and happiness and all of that. And I give all I have to see that day for which I, Elijah Muhammad, have waited 379 years. So that's already giving you a hint of something. Elijah Muhammad was born in 1897. So why is he saying I have waited 379 years?
Yeah, that's interesting. Why?
It's also a question that said, why did we run Yaqub and his maid devil from the root of civilization over the hot desert and such into the caves of West Asia, in the caves of Europe? And we know through the same teachings that Yaqub didn't live long enough to see his first generation of his people. So Yaqub was never ran over the hot Arabian desert in his person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was not the one making trouble in the Holy Land, telling lies, causing us to fight and kill one another. Yaqub didn't do that. Not in his individual body. Just like Elijah Muhammad didn't live 379 years, not in that body. So it's always much more to be understood and looked into, but I don't want to get metaphysical, spooky, and all that type of business. But that's the hint to the answer to your question, though.
Okay, I got you. That's real. I respect that. Definitely, man. I was gonna say, give me a second. I was gonna say something. It'll come back to me.
It'll come back. Robert Epps says, I think the rappers of today are the modern day magicians of Pharaoh. Yeah, not just the rappers. There's some of them, but it's everybody. Everybody in the media, politicians, rappers, strippers, business people, like whoever they are. We all have become magicians or sorcerers or enchanters or minions. You know what I'm saying? For Pharaoh, for the devil. We all work for the devil. We all devil worshipers to one degree or another.
It came back to me. I know what I was going to ask you.
What
would you say to a person that'll be like, well, why the most honorable Elijah Muhammad came to the blacks in America? Why didn't he go to the blacks in Jamaica or the blacks in Haiti or something like that.
Because we are the people that fulfill that fulfill the scriptures and fulfill the description of the people that went through the most hell, the worst conditions, dehumanized and destroyed more than any people in the annals of history. So since we was in the worst conditions, just like if you go to the hospital, you know, you got emergency room, but no matter how long you've been sitting in the emergency room, if somebody comes in flatline or comes in with an arm missing or some extreme condition, they're gonna get seen right away. They're gonna have priority treatment. So since we are that flatline people, we've been flatline for four centuries, that God came and made us priority. Whatever's going on, whatever problems humanity has in any other country or any other continent, it don't come nowhere close to the mental and spiritual and even physical hell condition that we've been put in for 4 centuries. So since we're in the worst condition, God came to us first, and the people that put us in this condition is his number one enemy because of that.
Hey, that's real. That's 100, man. That's 100. I can definitely tell that. Definitely that people that needed it.
Yeah, and that's what this is about. And like I said, it's not about religion. It's about justice. It's about the laws of universal reality. Justice is a part of reality. God is reality. God ain't religion. If we can identify who God is and what God is and who devil is and what devil is, because we know the evil that we've been victimized by, and we know who did it. But now somebody teaches us that the people that did it ain't really devils. They not really evil. Evil is something that you can't identify. Devil is something you can't identify. Shit. They knew how to identify niggas. They knew how to say that they was better than niggas, and they destroyed us, and every horror known to man was practiced on us because they identified us. So now we can't identify them. No, that's a coward. If you don't want to identify who you know your devil is, I know who our people's devil is, then you just a coward, and God can't use cowards, you know, at least not for his, you know, his circle. He can use you, but he's gonna use you as a disposable diaper. SB Global.
What's good, Cam?
Man, you got it, SB. What's your thoughts, bro? And not happy, but peace to you and to your fam for this so-called New Year. What's your thoughts on this, bro?
Likewise, brother Cam. I actually had a question, and I hope I don't sound too, novice when I ask this question, but I feel like I need clarity for myself, and maybe somebody else can benefit from it as well.
Absolutely.
So it's clear who the enemy is, right? When we say the white man is the does that include every white man?
There's two different kind of definitions. So we in the nation, we taught root knowledge. We not taught surface knowledge. We try not to dwell on the branches and the leaves and even the fruits. We try to go to the root.
Right.
So the root of devil is us. Right? Devil came out of us.
Got you.
Right?
Right.
So if we're genetically and naturally the strongest people on the planet and the most influential, then a black devil is far more dangerous, you know what I'm saying, than that demo that we brought out of ourselves. We showing the world what was in us and what still is in us. So that's who they are. We're supposed to be able to study that which was in us and which is still in us, and develop a anti-love. I can't say that word on here. An anti-love for those characteristics. So much so that we purge and purify that out of ourselves. So genetically speaking or scientifically speaking, the definition of devil is any living germ that's grafted to its final weakest stage from an original stage. So devil just means any live germ grafted from original is devil. So you can have devil plants, devil fish, devil insects, devil animals, devil people. That's the scientific term. But the spiritual or the mental spiritual activity term, because a devil, you can identify them. If you're looking for what devil looks like, that's what devil looks like.
Right.
But what devil acts like is what we more concerned about.
Right.
So yeah, so a person can be genetically defined as a devil, but they can become righteous or holy. So just like we taught Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, of the Quran 1400 years ago, we taught that he was a white man.
Right.
But he went to war against his devil nature, his wicked nature, and conquered it and became like the original man in actions and changed his nature. So now we can't call him a devil. We actually call him holy now, the holy prophet.
Right. So do we still use the term that the white man is the devil?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But we're not saying that as a derogatory term. We're talking about genetically, and we're talking about based on their actions. If anybody goes into a dictionary of reality, not a dictionary of fairy tale definitions, but if you go into a dictionary of reality and you say, okay, devil, what is the definition of devil? Don't look at the ghost and spirit definition. That's bull. That's BS. That's lie. That's what devils do. They lie. But if you actually look at what a devil would do all of the things of unrighteousness, lying, cheating, stealing, robbing, murdering. You know what I'm saying? Was that not practiced, and is that not currently practiced by a specific race more than anybody else on the planet?
Yeah. You know,
who is our devil been? Who's caused us hell? Whose hell are we in?
You know, when y'all spoke about witchcraft earlier, never in my life have has my discernment spotted it like so vividly than during this election through the news outlets and, you know, watching Charlemagne, the so-called God, you know what I'm saying, switching back and forth. Like, you know what I'm saying? 1 minute you all for it, dogging everybody who is against Kamala or for Trump, and then soon as she lost, he switched sides. like it was nothing. Man. You know what I mean? I'm like, these people are programming and casting spells through this media.
But your proof, like you seeing it that quick, is proof that the spell is broken, because our people wasn't catching it like that at first.
Yeah.
Our people was taking the Fauci juice. Our people was believing in Biden and believing in Clinton and believing in Obama. We still was under the spell.
Right. Man, and you know, but it wasn't without a fight, man, because everybody around you, your friends, your old classmates, your family members, everybody is fighting you and putting hate and negative energy on you to try and keep you in the spell.
And then they accuse you of doing that. They the ones doing it to you, but then they flipping it and saying that, you know, you the one guilty of doing all that.
It's crazy, man. And now that the dust has settled, you know, everybody's quiet and kind of like waiting to see what's gonna happen next. You know what I mean? But when they was telling people to stay away from their family members for the holiday, I'm like, man, this devil, he won't stop.
Man, and you know, so many of our loved ones lost their lives. I don't know if you've seen Joe Rogan's recent episode where he's exposing the 500-page pandemic whistleblowing expose or something, like, you know, with all of these doctors and these reports, this big report that's just blowing a list like bombshell crimes against humanity. It was on Joe Rogan. You know, Joe Rogan is the biggest podcaster on earth.
Yeah.
Once it hit him, it's fully vetted and all that. So he's literally quoting this recent government report that they did, you know, and he is exposing all of the high crimes and against, well, I ain't gonna say the names or whatever, but but by then it's millions of lives that have been lost, that have been taken, that have been,
Yeah, you said it, taken. They was doing that stuff on purpose, bro. People wasn't expiring at home from that C virus. They was doing that under the doctor's care in them so-called hospitals, man.
Yeah,
with
under them
ventilators and
ventilators. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That stuff was shutting down people's organs. They wouldn't get oxygen to their organs.
And that was just the so-called pandemic side of the game. Then we go to the Fauci side of the game with the other thing, and
then you have the heart issues
after that. Yeah, that's taking out the rest.
Yep. And all of us know somebody who was affected by one of those sides, either the pandemic side or the Fauci side.
Right. So now we acting like we don't see that. Now that proves how much we a coward, because after it's proven and exposed that these people waged this kind of war that affected you directly, took out your loved ones, had them expire in a bubble somewhere that they couldn't even say they family members on their last days. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to retaliate. You scared to retaliate, and retaliation don't even mean physical, bloodshed or nothing like that. You don't even want to speak up against it.
All us cowards, Negroes, man. All them scared to death Negroes.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, because you don't want to look stupid, or you don't want to admit that you was part of the problem, because you accused us as being the problem.
Yep.
So your pride is going before destruction, and your haughty spirit is causing your fall and your destruction. But you can get up out of that. It's still time to clean that up, confess it, and go to war against the people that deceived you. You know they deceived you. You know you was looking stupid. You know you was stupid. You wasn't looking stupid. You was stupid. You know what I'm saying? So now retaliate. Get on the right side and retaliate. And when I say retaliate, I'm talking about just join up with your own people, fight for your health, expose the people that did that to you. Ain't nobody asked you to shed nobody's blood or get violent. The Christians say that Jesus' sword was his tongue. Open up your mouth and cut them lies down. Use your double-edged sword and speak up and cut them devil's lies down.
Absolutely. When all that was going on, I had put a post up where I had Farrakhan and Biden on opposite sides. And I said, who should we trust? And man, not many of our people feel like they can trust our leader.
Hey.
And I'm not even, quote unquote, from the nation. You know what I'm saying? But I know I'm Muslim because
you're not from the mosque.
I'm not from the mosque, but Islam is, I submit to God.
Yeah, you are the nation. You are the nation. So it ain't the mosque of Islam.
Farrakhan is my leader. You know what I mean? Right. There is no other leader but Farrakhan for the black man. And it's crazy how so many we refuse, we'll put our trust in so many other people, so many other folks. But whatever that media, that devil has put out there to turn us against our leader, we just fall for it, man. And he loves us, man. And he told us, do not do that stuff. Do not take that juice. Don't listen to these people. He did it out of love. And they listening to this white man. That white man don't do nothing but lie. He lied and said he wouldn't go and pardon his son. We knew that was a lie. It's a clear lie.
And he locked us up for 40 years for the same crime that he let his son off of.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. It was brothers going to jail for getting washed up for nothing, basically. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you say, with the crack over the powder. Yep. You know what I'm saying? His son smoking crack
with hoes. I think it's smoking crack with hoes, selling secrets to China or giving him. Like he's doing a whole enchilada
right now. It was black people, family members of my ladies, man, saying that they trust Biden over Farrakhan. It's amazing.
But that's why they get what they deserve. So I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel pity. I don't feel sorry, because however you feel about Farrakhan, it's how I feel about you times 10. If we talking feelings, that's why I don't even get into feelings, because it it's not even necessary. But since they're into feelings and they want to say that Farrakhan ain't no leader and he's a con man and he's a this and it, okay, well then go with who you trust.
Farrakhan ain't never asked me for a nickel. Farrakhan ain't never led me to nothing that was gonna harm me or you know what I'm saying, put me in no type of danger. Farrakhan ain't never told me nothing but the truth, bro.
So and people say, well, we don't got no leaders. No, a leader, the root word in leader is lead, meaning who has already gone before you and fought a certain fight or established a certain, thing. That's your leader. You quick to follow a dead leader. Niggas gonna say, yeah, Malcolm this and Khaled that, or Marcus Garvey this, and like you're gonna claim them as your leader because they dead and they can't hold you accountable. They can't put no DP on your ass.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you got a leader, you just choosing to follow dead leaders, which meaning you have no leaders at all. You have no leaders, but there is the living greatest black leader in your lifetime right now among you that you just choose to reject. Your body, your choice. So trust the scientists, trust Fauci and them, trust Biden and Harris and them.
I think it's because black people have this hate-love relationship with Islam. They thinking about, whatever they've been told about Malcolm's demise and Khaled's demise, and they want to put that on Farrakhan. At the end of the day, look at all the stuff that's happened with America, all the people that have died under America's watch. You know what I'm saying? All the treachery, all the wrong, all the murder, I'm sorry to say that on your platform, but what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? All the destruction, you know what I'm saying? All the wickedness that America is responsible for. And we still put our trust in their people and their system. But here's a man who is strong, who's gentle, who's educated, who's kind, who's understanding, who loves, and who has righteous hatred at the same time, who's willing to fight, who's willing to put themselves on the front line for you.
And who don't got no bloodshed on his hands. He got no blood on his hands, got no criminal record.
Man, like I said, he ain't never asked me for a dime. He ain't never took nothing from me. All he did was give.
Yeah. We
blessed to have him, man. And we blessed to have you too, bro.
Well, man, I'm blessed to have y'all, because there's no us without y'all. So, all it takes is a few good men and women. So, history shows that all new worlds are established by a minority. When the first pilgrims came over here, they was just a few, and they wound up taking over this whole land, right? So we're gonna have to do the same thing.
Yes, sir. Are y'all? Is it going to be something about his life? Are we doing anything creative? You know what I'm saying, to honor, his life work and his legacy? Like, you know what I mean? Because I feel like he should be immortalized while he's still here.
He's gonna be here longer than us. But that's another story.
I get it. I talked to a few people. I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, but we should do that, and we do that, but we still on the battlefield. So the war ain't to idolize him or memorialize him. The war is to conquer Satan in self first.
Absolutely. Is that so where do you think we are as far as the war though and conquering Satan?
Those of us that's with him are already victorious. You know what I'm saying? We already have been enjoying peace and health and love and brotherhood and family and all of that in the midst of hell, in the midst of our people in total hell. So those that, that join on with the man of God, which is joining on with God, then that's where we at. You know, it's just like Noah's Ark. I always use that example. Noah, you know, God instructed Noah, you know, if you believe in that story, this is just the principle, to make the ark big enough for everybody. It was big enough for everybody, but you know, when it came down to it and it started raining and flooding, only people chose to get on it was his own family, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
You know.
Do you think that it's mandatory to join the fruit in order to get the full the full knowledge or the full impact of what it is that being a man of God should be, or being what's called what you call a Muslim, a man who submits to God? Is it important that we practice the whole structure?
Yeah, but you know, joining the fruit or the brotherhood that's not joining the mosque. You could still join the fruit in the brotherhood without necessarily being in a mosque. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just you know, it's you showing up and understanding and, you know, establishing a certain relationship, you know, because I can't say too much military, you know, get down on these airways or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, especially for children, for youth, you know what I'm saying, for youth and for women and girls, then absolutely. But at a certain season, according to the prophecy, you know, it might, you know, let me just say it like this: the mosque will be overrun with hypocrites, right, in leadership positions, right. So the people that will go to the mosque at a certain season, and that season is pretty much coming up, they're going to go there for the purpose of eliminating the hypocrites, if you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really a good time. You know, it's not going to be really a good time or necessary to have quote unquote mosque. You know what I'm saying? Wherever you live at, your garage, your living room, your basement, your attic, whatever, that's going to be your mosque. Because these official mosques are either going to be overran with, you know, COINTELPRO or FBI or hypocrites or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or the people that do go there is going there to take the trash out.
You know, I just hear the knowledge, man. I know you've probably been studying for years, you know what I mean? But I know that, you know, you started that work started by you joining and, you know, being introduced and being taught, you know, before you taught yourself.
Mm.
And, you know, just every question that brother was asking you about the Bible, you know what I'm saying? You know, you've been taught, you studied, you know what I mean? It seemed like, you know, it would benefit us all to have that knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's more understanding than knowledge, right? I have a little knowledge, but you know, it's about the grade level of understanding, right? Because I'm not the top, I'm not the best knower, I'm not the best understander or whatever, but my grade level is above average. My grade level of my comprehension and understanding and you know, wisdom, meaning that I've actually applied it and it worked for decades now. You know what I'm saying? That is what I think my value is, but I'm me. So the way that I process certain things might not be the way that it's going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Minister Farrakhan. So, you know, my life experience ain't him. Your life experience ain't mine. Mine ain't yours. So I try to keep it as fluid and universal as possible, even though it's personal experiences, but I try to use my personal experiences, but then see how they apply across the board universally. So you don't think that it's going to work exactly. You know, my site ain't the best site. Just put it that way. My site, my understanding.
It is that you had a perfect point right there. No one is to see the other.
Mm.
Only one can see themselves. And this is the
Mm.
problem with most of us is that we're constantly wanting to see ourselves through others'
Mm.
lenses, but we're the only lens we need to see. And when you're sitting within yourself, you bring no judgment.
Mm. Lashandra, break that down for us.
When you see yourself, you
Mm-hmm.
can never see another because you're only sitting in your seat. And you always are sitting when anyone is speaking to themselves. Because as you are really following the true book, you are no judge. You are not the ultimate.
Right.
You can only be the seer of your sittings. And to be a true God, would understand that. Because how come God said in y'all books, go read it again. And what did he see or say to y'all? I only see myself. I'm only a reflection of what you are.
Okay, okay. Gonna teach on this New Year's, this alleged New Year's. What was I about to say? Do you I guess acknowledge, like, as a woman, because we need the woman energy. Do you acknowledge as a woman, God in yourself?
Yes.
How do you
also
understand? How do you communicate, or how do you identify the God in yourself?
There's not a said specific identification. It's a said knowing for me.
Mm-hmm.
That I simply just know myself through walking and experiencing my knowledge of self. And then also just watching things as you grow and you birth yourself, because you also have to birth yourself even through your birthing, because we all become anew. This is the rebirth for me. How I applied it to me. It's a new rebirth. Once I was born, I had to rebirth myself in the regurgitation of what has been given. Because we've been regurgitated. Is that not true? And when I mean regurgitation, it means that you're experiencing somebody else's talk to you. So you're not regurgitating that to be a new or rebirth. Now, how are you going to be something else? How can you give yourself something else if you don't regurgitate what has been given?
I understand that. You gotta empty that old whatever that is and make room for the new.
And that's simply what this walk is. It's just you experiencing yourself. Are you going to stay with the old, or are you really going to experience it? Because you're going to walk through experience of the talkings that's been given to you, but to rebirth yourself and to really be, what they say, what's the word when you supposedly ultimately die? Oh, reincarnate. The personal reincarnation is in your walking life, because no one knows the death outside this body, this avatar. No one has really saw it to even give you that tale. They tell you all tales, but they ain't never told you that. So how do you make yourself what you gonna do for real? Keep it a buck.
Come on.
I ain't playing with these people. Listen, come on now. I'm done with all these things. My name is Grateful.
Oh my gosh.
Reincarnate in real life, in real time, right now, huh?
Man, creating yourself. We all in a process of creation right now.
The sister done?
Oh yeah, I think she it's New Year's, so she sound like she got company, so she probably trying to juggle this and her company.
Okay.
Okay. Oh shit! I ain't afraid to say it. Y'all don't know me. I'm over here in news, but people knows me where I'm from. I just for real. I'm keeping a buck. I came across you like some days ago, and I was like, oh, West Coast. I'm East Coast, and I was like, you kind of remind me of somebody I knew. Not saying you him, but an older cat, like was like my one of my older brothers from my hood back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? And he kept it a buck with me. I'm not too much younger than you, but my older brother, that you got to give him vibes, and I was like, damn. I just happened to come across your shit, and I was like, well, damn, that's how he and I vibed out. You know what I mean? So I'm here. I'm just gonna throw that energy this fucking way. Like,
we happy
I'm East
to have
Coast. Yeah, I'm an East Coast female, and I don't do that. Listen, I do the slang thing, but I don't, because I'm very soft at the same time, but I'm very rugged also.
Yeah, you built for war. It's wartime. We need that.
But listen, I don't want to disrupt your stuff, but I had to come up because I was like, I don't think people get it. For me, like, even if you applying said religion, and I don't want to interrupt your thing, right? But if you want to, let's make this super, I don't know, not superficial, but let's just give it into a contextual, that you can picture it in your anybody's head, right? When you are in, this is a narration, oftentimes, even through your parents, someone said something to you that you were supposed to be, right? But no one gave you the voice in you. And it's someone that if you are within your own people and you're through your own experience, how come you didn't give yourself the voice? Because I would think if I'm coming up someone else and they had their voice, how come that same person wouldn't give me my voice? That I couldn't speak for myself. Make that shit in the books make sense that they tell you they had a voice, but you didn't. What the fuck is that?
All right, are we trying to keep it? I feel you trying to keep them F-bombs to a minimum, but I feel you, sis. I feel you. Trust and believe.
Did I see what I'm talking about? See, this is my problem. I cuss a lot.
No, it's all right. It's all right. We just trying to cut down on the F-bombs. You can cuss on the other words.
All right. Well, no, if I can't do an F, I can't do no other word.
I know that's right. All right. SB.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. What's your thoughts, bro?
Man, she was giving me something for, in the beginning, man, with the reincarnation, like it's just like being born again. You know what I mean? It's that same concept. All things have become new. You know what I mean? And what I was getting from the voice was, when you're brought into the world, you're a consumer, right? You're being taken in, you're being taught, and like your voice is really like she said, you kind of regurgitating whatever you consumed. And after a while, you know what I'm saying? If you're not careful, you'll just become a product of everything you've consumed. You won't have your own voice. You know what I mean? And but once you come into your consciousness, then you start to speak, you know what I'm saying, from your own thoughts, your own mind, your own spirit. And what you said earlier about the devil came from us, right?
Yeah.
Man, we can be our own devil just like we can be our own God. You know what I'm saying? We can cause self-destruction, or we can create, self-help. You know what I'm saying? We can have self-mastery. We can really build oneself up, or we can break oneself down. When you see people who are out there on drugs and, they just beat down, they done that to themselves.
Right, but it's also a trauma, though. It's demons, so they might have done it to themselves, but they might be under a spell, under a program that the trauma took over, and the trauma is having them do that to themselves. So, like, if you got violated as a child, right,
and
that never got repaired, then it's not really you doing that to yourself. It's that trauma, that demon of that trauma that's doing that to you. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be able to dissect and not blame the victim.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, you know, when you say that, it makes me realize that that's a lot of what's going on in today's society.
Absolutely. And that's why that's why Jesus said that he forgives all whatever, because he knows the condition we in ultimately came from the trauma that we've been suffering for the last 400 years. So even though we practice it and continue it on each other, ultimately it could be forgiven because it wasn't us who installed it in the first place.
Yeah, like, you know, when I look at our women, you know, with the sexuality and you know, the Instagram, the OnlyFans, the, you know what I'm saying, the pornography, and you know, they thinking in their mind they thinking it's all good. But
they know it's not. They know it's not good. It's just that the majority is doing it, and misery loves company. But in reality, a man and most dudes is going to disagree with this, but men is not. Men are going to agree with what I'm about to say. Men are supposed to be godlike. Men are supposed to be saviors. Men are supposed to be warriors that can cast out demons, or that can heal and that can guide and all of that. So real men are supposed to save hoes. You ain't supposed to save these hoes. No, you supposed to save these hoes.
Okay.
That's what Jesus was to Mary Magdalene and all of that. That's why she became holy. Right? You are supposed to turn a hoe into a housewife, but we don't know how.
Wow.
We too scared. We too emotional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We too victimized and traumatized our own self. But we not warriors. We don't know how to go to war with, you know, them demon parts, or demonstrate our real authority over our women, not by this, not going upside their head, but with righteousness, understanding they traumas and they demons, and being able to help exercise and cast out and, you know, be the therapist for they demons. So where you are eliminating that demon program that they got to be a thought, or they got to be smashing every nigga, or they got to be a predator on niggas, or whatever, you know, all of that's demon commands. We got to know how to cast out and exercise them demons. You got to have such wisdom and knowledge and patience, you know what I'm saying, and love for your people and for yourself to be able to do that. It don't mean you relying on them. It don't mean you relying on them. Okay, you're going to be my wife. I'm going to turn a hoe into a housewife, but I know certain things I just can't put all my eggs in this one basket. So I'm going to have some backups or whatever. So this not going to be my only car that I'm depending on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's better than being a hoe, right? It's better than you still being a hoe.
No, I get that, man. If now it's sounding like that whole don't turn a hoe into a housewife, Captain Save a Hoe was all concepts created out of fear.
Absolutely.
From our trauma of being, you know, cheated on, or, you know what I'm saying, embarrassed by a promiscuous woman and stuff. You know what I mean?
And not embarrassed, heartbroken. Men are heartbroken, whether we heartbroken by our mothers when we little, and she was flipping and getting smashed by all kind of niggas or whatever, or we heartbroken by our first girlfriend that cheated on us. We get heartbroken. We just demonstrate our heartbreak different based on our male nature. You know what I'm saying? We turn into dogs, or we turn into cold-blooded pimps or womanizers or whatever, or we turn into rainbows. It might break us so much that we turn into some rainbow, you know, shit, but it's all by us being heartbroken by women.
Yeah. So that's crazy that we not taught that, though. Like what you saying is some bars right now, because we need that education, because every man is going to experience that heartbreak, and it always turns into trauma that lasts for years and sometimes lifetimes.
Yeah. So, you know, once you know yourself and you know your effect, you know your nature, you know your role, you know your natural purpose and authority, then you're not threatened by no woman. You're not threatened by a relationship. You know what I'm saying? You expect what might take place. Okay, she's subject to trip out. She's subject to relapse and fall back into that demon little self-destruct mode or whatever, or self-sabotage of happiness and relationships or whatever. She might smash a nigga because she used to be a hoe or whatever, and you got to be able to pardon that, because not encourage it like, yeah, you can always do that. You got to put laws in place and consequences or whatever, but you're not relying on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Their job and their nature is to rely on you.
Right.
You don't rely on them for that. You know what I'm saying? You can go, I don't want to put it out there, but the man is able to do what the woman is not able to do. Women by nature can't be smashing, having all kind of different little D's running through her. That's going to drive her crazy. That's part of the demons that you're trying to help her exercise.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a man can do that if he's righteous. It's not that he's spreading the D, he's not community D, but he can naturally, same way a woman can have 5 or 6 babies or whatever, and she says she can love them all.
Right.
You only one woman, you only one person, you only got one heart, you only got 2 breasts, you might got 5 babies. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be they one woman that they all is. So men can do the same thing with women. If you're a quality man, I can have 5 women just like you can have 5 children.
Right. Right. And they know that.
But we too much punks to lay it on the line up front. We too cowardly to see if a woman that we attracted to and tell her that up front. Make her uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Make her go, I ain't sharing no. Okay. You supposed to make them, if they don't, when you first meet them, if you don't tell them nothing that make them go, then you a punk. You probably ain't dropping no bars. You got to upset them and let them know, this is a real one right here. You can go on about your business and you'll never talk to me again, but you're going to always remember that one dude that told you some real shit to your face and didn't care about scaring you off or nothing like that. You're going to be thinking about that dude because everybody else telling you what you want to hear, trying to get that box about you.
Yeah. Yeah, and like you say, man, as a man, we can't depend on her, following through on her commitment. You know what I mean? All we can do is do our best to try and instill, the best in her, and you know what I'm saying, hopefully we get the best outcome, but it ain't no guarantee.
But she's gonna tell you, she's gonna show you whether you can depend on her or not. You know what I'm saying? A real rider, you don't have to tell them to ride. A real rider, you're gonna have to tell them to stop riding or don't ride. A real woman that's really down for you, you ain't got to tell her that. She gonna be on your page. She gonna be on your program. You know what I'm saying? Even if she ain't sure what to do or whatever, so you will be able to rely on her because she gonna initiate. She gonna show you out the gate what she do or what she can do for you. And you know what I'm saying? She gonna want you to, she gonna be proud and happy to help you. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that you relying on her for the same things that she relies on you for, but a real woman gonna show you her value up front if she a real one.
Yeah, it's just man, it's so eye-opening to have this kind of conversation because you would think relying on a woman would be, like her money or her place, her car. But nah, when you relying on her to fulfill or to honor her commitments, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's almost asking for too much. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why you got to be the law, man. I can't let you just do what you want to do and claim you with me. You're going to know what I need. You're going to know what my vision is and what I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm going to see how you're willing to help me and initiate helping me do that. You're going to have to initiate helping me, or you're going to ask me, how can I help you? How can you help me? You're going to do something. If you're a real one, you either going to try to initiate helping me based on what you see me doing or trying to do, or you're going to ask me, how can I help you? I want to help you. Let me know how I can help you. If you ain't doing one of them 2 things, then she ain't the one.
Right. Okay, brother Cam.
But
I appreciate that.
Too, SB, because I got my little queens right here. Say peace. So they waiting on me to do you know, what a movie night. So we got movie night. So I'm gonna let you, say your last pieces though, SB, and then I'm gonna let them wrap it up.
Man, it's always a pleasure, brother. I appreciate you letting me on your platform to, drop in my few cents. And man, I just want you to have a blessed 2025, you and your family. Hopefully, you can drop some new bomb music. You know what I'm saying? You can make some or rekindle some relationships, you know what I'm saying, and things can just, you know what I mean, because I would love to see that street knowledge vibe one more time, you know what I mean, if we could, but that's up to God, you know what I'm saying. We'll see how it go. You know what I'm saying. Is you and Snoop, y'all still good, right?
I'm good with everybody. They might not be good with me, but I'm good with everybody.
Well, Snoop need to get good with Cam, man, because you know what I'm saying. Man, that when you link up with them dudes, man, they better because of it, and the fans is better off because of it. So I'm just hoping for a lot of blessings as far as the music and anything that you endeavoring, brother. And I appreciate you for letting me on.
Man, I appreciate you too, SB Global. Much love, much respect, much peace and success and health to you and your family and your loved ones. And on that note, I'm gonna go on and tap out. Well, first, let me. Nature Over Artificial said, "Cam, explain why this Christmas was the last." No, I didn't say this Christmas was the last. This Christmas was the last Christmas under grace. This was the last Christmas under grace. So no Christmases, so-called Christmases or pagan celebrations of the real God is going. Oh man, Adrian, damn, well, he can't speak on the God Adrian, the angel Adrian. Man, you done got my daughters here with their mouth wide open, like, and my security just ran upstairs. Adrian, thank you for the Cash App. That's probably the biggest cash up we have ever received on here by Adrian Martinez. Man, yeah, you stop the show. Got him speechless. Say peace. Peace. Man, I forgot what I was about to say. Damn. All praise is due to Allah, the Most High God, in the person for Adrian X. We know Martinez is a Spaniard name, but we definitely will be praying and willing for you and for everybody that's on the chat tonight, whether you was able to donate financially or not. That's irrelevant. But for those that are, definitely. That is priceless, and it means more than you know. And I don't want nobody that is not able to contribute financially to feel bad or feel no kind of way, because Adrian is really, helping all of us. You know what I'm saying? So Adrian's donation is for y'all. He's donating on behalf of y'all. So everybody needs to super salute brother Adrian. And all of y'all, but it's especially those that put, because I don't even want to say the number. So I don't even want to say the number, but thank you, Adrian. Peace and blessings to you. All I can say is, man, damn. But yeah, Nature Over Artificial. Yeah, this is not the last Christmas. This is the last Christmas under grace. And S.A. Max, salute S.A. Max and Jamila, Thomas Rowland, Honor Roll. Damn. You shut the party down.
We were having fun and about to leave.
Yeah.
And you just shook us all up.
He shook us all up, a little earthquake or something. So I'm gonna let the manager take us out of here on that note.
Okay, so before we leave, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, so when we do a new upload or a new live, you'll always get notified.
Hey, Malika say, what movie y'all watching? What movie we watching? What you think?
I think the movie is called Lost Souls. It's a children's movie.
Lost Souls?
Yes. I don't remember.
We're gonna watch 2 movies. So we're gonna be on it like that. We'll let y'all know, God willing, tomorrow what we watched. But on that note, tell the people peace.
Peace.
Blessings, man. Much love. And again, thank you, Adrian. Thank you, everybody, you know what I'm saying, that contributed to the Cash App or but that contributed just tuning in as y'all, you know, we keeping each other company. I know it's a couple of more hours until New Year's on the West Coast and Midwest and stuff like that. So I'm up. We up. I might get back on here. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want y'all to think y'all alone. Y'all bringing the new year in alone. You're not alone. We definitely, which matter of fact, I might get back on here. But peace and blessing, man. Love y'all. Trying to prove it every day. Like Minister Farrakhan broke me down. I just pray that Allah makes me worthy of y'all's love and of y'all's donations and contributions, because I don't think I'm worthy. But Minister Farrakhan hit me with that and broke me down like a little biatch. I was like, "How? What? You not worthy? I know I ain't worthy like him, but it's just rough. It's just rough pill to swallow. You know what I'm saying? When people help you that don't know you, people that you've been with or you know grew up with, ain't never came close to helping me or paying attention or showing respect like y'all do. That's hard for me to digest, but you know I'm a man, and I just love y'all for it. And I appreciate y'all, and we learning together, man. We learning together. All right. Peace and blessings, and we outro.
Peace.